They won't indeed. The shots land. It's going to be who can the kill feed. iLLeY there on the point. The final few moments, the kills go his way. There's not a whole lot you can do. There's 5 seconds for the win. And Dallas Empire, they will hold the line admirably. And they get it done on checkmate. The double dose of checkmate was just what the doctor orders. And there you go.
Oh, good
Matt.
Good job.
Good bro.
They're going to do just that, but it's only 10 more seconds for Mutineers to win this series. He's going to spawn up, shriek him. It's 3 dead. It's 4 dead. Mutineers with a big one here over the Røkkr. They win it 3-1.
I almost trolled. It's my best. Pre-fired him. I'm not doing an interview about
Guys.
Neither.
Well, I can't, so.
Second bit of progress is done. Prestinni and Octane working together, but Envoy, the game field featured player, once again making plays. That's 3 in a row. 26 and 18 out of Envoy, and the W through as well.
Let's go, baby.
Able to get the bomb. He's now had eyes on both players.
That's a full flash.
They're going to
full.
store
Yeah,
behind this. The flash hits. The flood is in. And Subliners, they get the win.
Let's go! Let's go! Oh my God! Let's go!
Bucko, we're the best, baby. We're the best, Bucko. We're the best.
Let's
go.
Let's
go, boy. Oh my God.
This is going to be the last
time.
They stopped it.
Oh my God. I thought they had won it there, but Benjamin Bance is still here.
Yeah, 10-9 lives. But iLLeY is on the point. Bance is on another. Well, the sprees from the. Okay, that makes sense. From the streaks, but they just get on it. They just get on it. They have all the control, and Toronto Ultra able to clutch up in that round 5.
Nice!
Told you, man.
Told you, man.
Clean as
It's Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Call of Duty League. It is now time to get the Paris home series underway. A lovely look at the crowded streets of Paris here and the Arc de Triomphe in the background. What a day it is to play some Call of Duty. New York Subliners going up against the London Royal Ravens. First today, we are in for an absolute treat. Can HyDra continue the dominant run and this new look New York Subliners, who've been very electric to say the least, take on the London Royal Ravens? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the HQ, brought to you by USAA Insurance. My name is Miles Ross, his name is Chance, and we are very excited indeed to get into these matches today. Chance, how are you, my friend? How's it going?
I'm doing great. I had a nice little break coming in before this home series, and it's an exciting time, I'd say, to be a Call of Duty fan, right? Just the matches that we had today. You get a second look at HyDra at his own home series. You get Atlanta, who's been on a bit of a downspill, see if they can sort of stop that momentum. Even a team like the LA Thieves are going to be fun to watch, but HyDra needs to be the focus point for the squad. He introed, and imagine being in his shoes, introed his CDL debut against Atlanta FaZe. He had to run a sub after running an AR and challengers for however many months, and he has to do it against Simp and aBeZy, and he thrived. Like the opening series, ridiculous K it dated on the respawns, in the Search and Destroy, maybe lacking just a little bit, but the man was the fry man for his opening series. This is the guy that New York has been trying to get on their team since the start of the year. For like 3-4 months now, the visa issues have finally been sorted, and we now get to witness the French phenom at his best in his own home series. Miles, I can't be more excited for today.
Very excited indeed. I do wonder again, the intensity they brought against Atlanta FaZe was something special. Will New York be able to bring the same level against a team like London? But speaking of Atlanta, Chance, I mean, they're certainly hobbling into this home series. There's no doubt about it. They're not quite the Atlanta FaZe that we know and love, that we expect to show up day in and day out here in the Call of Duty League. Mate, what do you think is going on with Atlanta FaZe so far?
Well, I think you just look at that S&D record, and in my mind, that just encapsulates the entire idea, right? They go from the best S&D team in the game, a nearly perfect record, to 3-7, and I think this is a two-parter, right? They've suffered on a couple maps, like Express has not been their strength, and more importantly, if you're the team at the top, every other team in the league is now game planning. They're going to be staring at your gameplay, figuring out how to beat you, and well, so far that's been the case. Now what FaZe has done in response to this, right? They pick up a new search and destroy coach. Tupac is now going to be working with these guys. And Tupac is a guy that players like Simp, Cellium, and aBeZy absolutely love, right? He's one of the best search and destroy players in the world. You know, when it comes to the details of search and destroy, there's pretty much no one better. And of course, the extra eyes that can be on their gameplay, it makes Crowder's job. It makes RJ's job just a little bit easier for FaZe. So I think they've identified the problem, and I think this is one of the first series where they're really looking to just hammer down, make sure their search and destroy is back to what it was in stage 1, and then this team is going to be right back to where they were. They'll be good to go.
Eyes on the search and destroy for Atlanta FaZe. Can they turn the ship around? Now, we've talked about what to look out for today. Now let's look for when to look out for those things that you have told us to look out for. Let's take a quick look at the schedule today, brought to you by the US Army. This is week 2, friends. Paris Home Series kicks off with a bang. London Royal Ravens going up against New York Subliners, and later on today we have the LA Thieves playing Atlanta FaZe. Tomorrow's match is also very fun. The Battle of the Purple Teams, LAG going up against Toronto Ultra, and then Paris Legion will get their first taste of their own home series going up against Minnesota Røkkr. Set your calendars, friends. You don't want to miss these exciting games. Up first though, Chance, it is going to be a banger. Oh, sorry, we got Saturday and Sunday. Forget all about it, friends. We're still rolling. Paris, it keeps on trucking. We have 2 massive game fuel marquee matches looking forward to. Subliners taking on Surge, and Thieves taking on OpTic on the Sunday. And don't forget that T-Mobile 5G weekly drop, Empire versus LAG. Very excited to see how FeLo fares in that one. Again, he's the talk of the town right now. There's no doubt about it. It's one of the most talked about things in the Call of Duty League world. Will FeLo live up to the hype, the expectations, the squads? Not a terrible showing against, of course, you know, the reigning champs, Toronto Ultra, but we'll see how they go against LAG. Great competition all around. We've got a wonderful few days of Call of Duty ahead of us. Very, very excited. Cannot wait to get into those ones. Chance. Mate, we're talking about ourselves, not all the matches and everything that's happening. I was thinking about setups. I was going back to the, my journey to get here. I finally got myself a home. I finally got myself a desk and a setup, starting at the end of last year. But I saw this picture on Twitter and I just thought to myself, my setup has a long way to go. I was putting my PlayStation and monitor on top of a suitcase, but Kevin Durant hits Twitter with one of the finest flexes around. Of course, gets involved with NYSL. The KD's there. He's got a badass desk. He's got himself a sweet gaming PC. There's Astros on his head. There's scuffs on the desk. And he's got himself a Hermie as well. Massive shout out there to Kevin Durant. Absolutely unreal setup pics there on Twitter. Thanks to a social soundboard powered by Astro. Chance, what a room the man has.
I mean, it's not just the setup too. He's even got like the Nickelodeon's Kid Choice Award off to the side. Like, talk about a man of many talents, right? Obviously one of the best basketball players in the world, but he can act and he's got great investments as well. The man can do it all.
Looks like he can play guitar as well. Wow, Kevin Durant, thanks again for being involved in the Call of Duty League. I hope he's enjoying that setup. I know I am. Plenty of COD to be played, plenty of COD to be watched as well. Well, that's it from the headquarters here, brought to you by USAA. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we return, it's going to be NYSL taking on the London Royal Ravens. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back after this. The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scump, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by
USAA insurance. Auto, renters, and home insurance that's made to help the military community protect what they've worked hard for.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Thank you very much to the wonderful folks there on the desk. Doing a great job there during the headquarters. Now, though, time to get into the game. New York Subliners taking on the London Royal Ravens. HyDra's second bite at the cherry here in the Call of Duty League. Quick look at the Group 3 standings, or Stage 3 standings, I should say, so far. Group A on the left-hand side, Toronto sitting at the 2-0. On the right-hand side, though, Group B is going to be OpTic and the Thieves, also there. 2-0, not yet to shed a single series. Subliners, of course, looking to find another one here, and we look towards the Ravens. This could be their third loss in a row if they don't manage to turn this one around. Over to now to our CDL points presented by Gamefuel. And once again, Chance, not a whole lot's changed, but it is still Atlanta FaZe, well, truly a tippity top of the mountain here in the Call of Duty world.
And that is exactly why I have like no fear for that squad, right? Like maybe it's a little bit of a downturn. They're getting caught in a couple game vibes here and there, but they are still firmly in that top position. And then on the flip side, looking at the Royal Ravens, like they just need to start getting some series win. Like we are a couple weeks past effectively desperation time. And even looking at some of the series they've had, they've just been losing to top teams. Like they've lost their last 6, but they're playing like the Thieves, Atlanta, Chicago. It is just a gauntlet they have to go through. But if you saw their group, well, it's just a gauntlet of a league we have at this point. So really got to get the ball rolling. Any of those teams in the bottom 4 spots, it is incredibly important. Every single point is going to make a difference.
I'm glad you brought that up. I mean, not just is it a gauntlet in each whatever group you're in, but it's the league overall. There is very, very few easy wins here in the league. It's a tough one all around. But yeah, we're almost here, friends. We're almost ready to rock and roll. Let's get on with it. Let's meet the teams. First up, New York Subliners.
What a kill that was. I'll see you in league play later, boys and girls.
Clayster, though, has a couple players in front. He gets the 2-piece, gets the 3rd.
There's the first. Those one more is inside. Fantastic movement. Shots on point. Keep the streak going.
It was a matter of moments before we saw this map potentially wide open.
New York Subliners. Again, we saw HyDra's debut into the Call of Duty League. Electric, explosive. Can he keep it going? Will he fizzle out here against the Ravens? But for Asim, Clayster, and Mack, the core of the team for now, looking very, very happy indeed. We heard a lot of chatter around this squad, around this roster, around HyDra's, involvement into the scene, and he's doing fantastic so far. Dreams do really come true, but will he keep living that dream, or will he wake up and find out there's a horrible nightmare? London give him the 3-0 smacking. We'll find out though. Chance, again, Clay's vibing, Mack's feeling good, HyDra, that smile. Will he keep that smile on his face for the rest of the series? That's the real question for me, mate. But you feeling good about New York?
I'm feeling great about New York. This is a team that, they had a ton of good wins at the start of the year. They were top 4, surprising everyone, myself included. But even then, they saw an opportunity to make improvements. There was a ton of debate on, who HyDra should come in and replace. And this is not a decision this team has taken lightly, but they're seeing a room for improvement. You improve on top 4. You were already one of the best teams in the game. Now the question for them is, can they win a tournament? And, well, throughout Stage 3, we get to see exactly how they look against that top competition.
Well, we've seen them against the top competition. Now we're going to see them against the other end of the table. Ravens now staring down the barrel of their 3rd loss in a row, but do they have that special sauce to turn this whole thing around? We'll find out in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, the London Royal Ravens. London Royal Ravens. We've seen some changes recently, admin side of the team, but we'll see if that impacts them too much in-game. Zaptius, Pollux, Seany, and Zed. Excited to see what the roster can bring. It's been a couple of, I would say, not a disappointing start for Zaptius, but not the explosive start they were hoping to have with the addition of him in the roster again, moving Dylan to the bench, bringing Zaptius up. But from Pollux, the Red Menace, we are interested to see if he can continue his dominant run. He came into the team with an unmatched level of confidence. It was unreal to watch as he found that special sauce to bring the team that next level. Of course, Zed and Seany bringing up the true British flair as they keep the bastion held down. But here we go, Chance. Let's take a quick look now at our game fuel keys to victory. Talked about London a moment ago. What do they need to do to win the series today?
I mean, staying active on the map, in my mind, is going to be the most important thing for these guys. Clayster has been feasting on London in the 2 series that they have played, and you just can't allow one of the best AR players in the game to be comfortable on the map. Anytime you think about being stationary, get out of your mind, take advantage of any small thing you can get on the map, and make sure your subs are just flying at him. If you can shut down Clayster, you're gonna have a great time. Obviously easier said than done, and more importantly for the Ravens, the control is gonna be that sort of deciding game mode. If they can't win the control, in my mind, there's no hope for the series, because recently New York has been struggling in that game mode. I think they've lost 5 straight, so of course New York is going to be looking to turn that ship around, but if Ravens fall short there, that's going to be a problem.
Indeed. Well, looking forward to that map 1 victory as well. Now, game fuel keys to victory, Chance for the New York Subliners. Talking about chemistry and S&D.
Well, the chemistry in S&D is on point. Just to touch on the control, their offense has been great, the defense not so much. I think that has been their big issue and a big part of the reason they've lost 5 straight, but the chemistry in Search and Destroy. When you bring a new man on the roster, obviously HyDra is going to be that guy. That is sort of where the more difficult things to work out, because you don't get a ton of practice in Search and Destroy. It's really just when you actually play it in these matches. Now, the good news for New York Subliners, they have the exact same 2 Search and Destroy maps that they played last time. It's that Express for game 2 and that Raid for game number 5. They've had opportunities to play. They've seen some of the small mistakes they're making on the map. Now they have that extra chance to coordinate with HyDra and make sure you work that chemistry out.
Yeah, let's see how we go. You saw the maps and modes there, an interesting, very varied mix. No big repeats there, but excited to see if we get to that Raid game 5, because that was where New York Subliners found their success against Atlanta FaZe. What feels like a year ago. It's only last week. Amazing. Great times here in the Call of Duty League. But Chance, we are ready to get into this game. Here we go, friends. The first map of the day here in the Paris home series. The 3rd stage of the Call of Duty League. God, it grows up so fast. Here we go, my friend. Game number 1. We descend on Moscow for a little bit of hardpoint fun.
Hardpoint is just going to be the crucial point. Even for this map 1, it is one of Raven's better maps, but overall, obviously, New York, I think they're 9-2 in their last 11 hardpoints, and again, even HyDra's dropping a 1.2 so far in hardpoint specifically. So Ravens, this is a map for them. They got to make sure that they take full advantage of it and try to get off to this hot start early on. So if not, they are going to end up getting punished. Of course, specifically just for the players we're looking at, Clay, a perfect player to watch, again, has just been feasting in this head-to-head matchup.
Let's see if he's got an open, very full belly. Or an empty belly, sorry. I'm out of my mind today, bro. Zed finds his first kills here for Ravens on point. We can see an early lead there going the way of the New York Sublines, but the Ravens are going to bounce right back into this one. We saw a 2-2 push. 2 players making the Yeski side of the map. Now 2 players through bottom mid. Seany runs out of bullets, unfortunately, but HyDra will live to fight another day in the point. Teamwork so far flowing. The Ravens, they managed to win a lot of those opening engagements, now pushing over through to the second spawns chance.
And this is a big reason why the Ravens are actually pretty good at this map. It comes down to this P2. They are one of the best P2 teams in the game, and you see off the break, they've already gone and hunted down Clayster, at least sort of briefly flip spawns, a little bit of pressure on Zed, and a lot of pressure on Pollux, dealing with these players coming from the street. And honestly, I just like the decision making, right? You don't need to take a gunfight until there's, only a few seconds left on the clock. That way you make sure you spawn in. The decision of when to strike is on point, and Ravens, the clear-cut, perfect setup right now they have on this P2 hill.
Look at the aggression out of Pollux. He's got 3 kills in a row. He takes care of one in the street. Now Mack's up next. Does not quite have the metal to go up against the Red Menace as Paul finds another. Zed, Zaptius, you name it. The Ravens, it's all their kill feed. 4 kills in a row for Zed. That's 4 kills in a row for Pollux as well. Subliners have come out a little flat here on Moscow. P2's up and about chance. We've got 30 odd seconds remaining in this one. It's going to be on to HyDra to cut his way through. There's time to be had here. Map presence going all the way of NYSL. Here comes the push. HyDra and Asim coming in through mid. All's going to win a couple of gunfights from the upside here, and he's going to win one more. Oh, lordy! He gets all 3. That's another 4 spree. Unbelievable stuff. Straight in off spawn, straight back to the top of the kill pile.
And that is just a demoralizing second hill maybe for New York to have to deal with, because even still, there's a lot of time for London to sort of set up for this break, and somehow Zed is actually able to get through elbow. He gets caught, and it looks like Paulex has been spotted as well, so I'm just trying to be stable over towards this new hill. New York certainly has all angles covered, and even through the front, Seany, he took a crack, but HyDra, that AK-74 you shot just a little bit too clean.
Let's see how we go. Still going to hold this line down now for NYSL. They get the rotations play through mid-map. Big 2-piece cleans up both Zed and Zaptius. See who else will decide to zig their way through that part of the map. It's going to be Asim. He finds another one. So the defense holds. Magnificent stuff so far. Not a single player managing to make their way forward so far from the Ravens. NYSL locking this one down. Here goes Zed and Zaptius once again. Duo slides forward. They don't manage to get a whole lot. Seany's able to get at least one out of the trades here, but Clayster backs on up. HyDra once again on the defense, holding this one down. It's been a fantastic fountain here for NYSL.
And you can see Clayster, he wants these streaks pretty badly. On the 5 spree, but the double chow coming through, and already no streaks for him. Admittedly though, the full 60 on this recent hill, or at least pretty close to it, obviously brings New York right back into this game. I think the only issue New York has in the setup right now, Rat Room is not quite covered, and you see 2 players working out through the window. The pinch not quite in, or potentially so is Zaptius is trying to make the play, but even just from the front, London just straight up winning the gunfights, able to break through straight away. Already the flip is in, just to try to build this lead just a little bit higher.
Yeah, London managed to get themselves the first 2 hard points pretty much all theirs. Good break now onto the 3rd. Will we see them hold the line, or will NYSL break back in? Let's go for a quick Astro Gaming listen in with the New York Subliners.
Zed. On Simp, gold.
I got 2.
Nice, 2 down.
Getting
20 out.
gold,
20 out.
Mid-map, Paulex. One shot mid-map, Paulex, MP1. Paulex is MP1, one shot. He's super weak.
One's deep street at me.
He's dead. I'm on 6.
He's right side, bus, I think. I think he's right side bus.
I'm watching long. Watch my shot. I'm on 6.
I'm pushing up, Clay. He go up.
I'm 3. I'm watching back.
Cord him back.
Yeah, I'm watching back.
One down, globe, Clay,
Yeah, one back. Back dead.
Last guy
got him globe.
Nice.
I'm playing
Hold up.
I'm in green window.
I'm gonna go street.
I'll wait.
Here for a gold
I'm in
F3,
green
like
window.
start
I'm
getting
watching
kills.
green window.
I'm gonna look straight. He was already there, bro. He beat me. I'm
One
top
dead.
globe.
One my glass. One back.
Yeah, one back. I have one.
Kill this guy back.
One kill.
I got him in globe. I killed globe.
There's 20 P3. There's 20
One
P3.
Yeah, I know.
One shot.
Make sure we hold back.
I'm
Make sure we
gonna
hold
come
back.
from
Johnny weak and short.
One low back.
He's in the corner. He's in the corner short.
Okay.
Alright, we got streaks. Let's go.
I think on the mid balcony.
Play glass with you.
I got one short.
No one behind you.
One more. On you guys.
Short.
Last. Two down,
Long, short side.
I got the guy globe. I'm going to
Nice.
street.
Last guy long.
Yeah, long.
I think there's 20
Long,
back
Zed.
to 2.
Back
Back to 2
coming.
I heard you. I flashed my deep.
They're gonna be Eskies, Paco. Let's go.
Yeah.
Top square. Drop the back.
Oh, Lex, he got me. There's another one back there.
Bye. Dead.
He's on the
I got
player.
Paulex.
One green dead.
Three.
Last guy.
Yeah, we good.
We're spawning here. Let's go old.
Well. The New York Subliners comms there. Again, another massive talking point here in the scene. HyDra chance. He still sounds good, man. I mean, he's directing the troops at times. This is a brilliant turn for NYSL.
And it's almost like tournament-style comms as well coming out from him. Like, we've heard Saints talk about on the flank. Clay and Asim have both touched on it as well. There have been struggle points at times in practice where HyDra either can, like, have trouble understanding the rest of New York or just the opposite. But once it came down to the actual match time, he completely flips the switch. And honestly, as you pointed out, is sometimes just being that guy directing traffic. So one of the potential concerns on the team, well, HyDra, it's not just the gameplay where he needs to speak. The communication is actually just on point. And thinking long-term for this team, he's the player that earned the score streaks. They were down by, 70 or 80 points. They got full 60 on the last P2. This time they flipped the switch, and now they have the streaks for the break, and HyDra wasting no time calling that artillery in.
Smart placement towards the back. It's going to catch Zaptius as he transitions through the back lanes there of Moscow. Seany does manage to get to the back library. This position is a fantastic spot to be in. Will NYSL flush him out? Here comes the 2-man push. And it's going to be HyDra up first, and the timing is just worked out for Seany. Paulex making his way forward. One for the Red Menace. Any more to be had? Back library. HyDra goes toe-to-toe. Paul gets it. Another to be had. No, Clay will slow him down. I believe that was the 5th kill in a row for Clay. And here comes the cruise missile. We're going to catch those players out by the back. Open side, and it's going to be 2 missiles out. Sadly, 2 misses. Will that final shot land? It'll push those players inside, and Zed, I mean, he got a mouthful of smoke, but so far still good. Ravens contesting this point well.
This is honestly a big moment for the Ravens. You were able to just burn 2 streaks, and admittedly not the worst thing for New York because you still make the hill scrappy, but the clearance towards the end as PaulX picks up 3 in the feed. Still going to be able to secure this one. So, hey, I mean, that's 2 streaks burned. You're going to effectively have this game tied up going into new. So that is just the full reset. And even this foot race towards this new time, still about that 50-50. And PaulX just shreds Clayster off the heady. He's on a 4, 19 kills to his name. About a man having a good time. And, well, the streaks may have been burned on one side. Now PaulX thinking about getting some himself.
Yeah, he's still good to go. Here comes a couple, though, through the office. Oh, Hipfire was out. He does manage to take Asim with him. HyDra there for the immediate trade. So I'm not sure if that was streaks in the end, but 21 and 15 overall. Paul's having a blinder. Over to the hard point now we go. Play falls to Zed. An opening now from the back. Wait for that health to regen. 18 HP to go, and the rest of the team's going to make their way forward. Will it be a clean break from London? Big tags there from Mack atop of the statue. Keeps Zed pinned down. Paul now from the pillars, making his way in. Clay can't quite end it. He gets some big shots in. Zed now up next. And chance this is back and forth we go. Ravens trying to buy an inch if they can, and it's not worked out. NYSL, they give them nothing. They hold the line.
And that's honestly a very smart setup as well from New York in that situation, right? You don't have a ton of hill pressure. You basically let the kills come to you, and you trade away a bit of time, right? You're not just going to put yourselves in the hill just to throw away your life. Just waiting for the kills to come through before they get inside. Just a 30-point lead, maybe translated into 40 as we go into new. Mack thinking long-term, looking for the gunfights on the backside, but does get flushed out. So a small advantage looking down the line potentially for London. This will be an interesting decision for New York just to see what they try to do, right? If you got a couple players to rescue, are you going to fight for this time? Are you trying to go for new? Or does it make a difference as Zed is there, causing all sorts of problems, just taking this push and stopping them in their tracks? London doing a very strong hold so far in this first hill.
Yeah, nice awareness as well. Zed not over committing to these 2v1 fights he can't win. Zap comes and helps him out. You've got a few members now of NYSL on point. Number 5 is going to be Asim, looking to get himself in towards the next hard point. He may just be able to do that. Shawnee fighting through mid, not able to get it done. Spawn's still good right now for the Ravens. They've still got the right-hand side of the map locked down. But Asim, he's still going. Still on a run, stays alive, dips on out. Just causing this slow and steady war of attrition versus London, and he cannot be stopped. He's still going, man. Play now through mid. The spawns may have just opened up, and there it is. The Ravens now spawning on the far side of the map. They've got a bit of a journey, but Zaptius, he stays alive for a bit. He will now go down to Asim. The 4 spree from Asim. This whole hard point is his, baby. He keeps locking it down. It's 19-19 overall, but 5 in a row for Asim, and what a 5 they were.
Yeah, that is a 1.0 KD for Asim, but on top of that, the play that is going to win them this game. They have just pushed out London so far back that 15 seconds have gone by, and they barely crossed the middle of the map. When they get there, they have to deal with HyDra, but all of that comes down to Asim winning a one-on-one gunfight, playing his life inside of white, and doubling it back and doing it again. Route man gets paid. He has earned that paycheck. New York 10 seconds away, and game number 1 is theirs.
Well, Mack's got to stop these players getting on the point. 20 seconds remaining here. You can still get the win for NYSL, but if they lose map control, it's going to be for nothing. Mack finds 2. Can't get any more of this. Zaptius goes down to HyDra from behind. He's going to be in the hard point. Still able to get the win. HyDra shots her out with a 74U. He finally goes down, but Asim once again, he's in point. Zap's got to win this fight with a contest as well. Over the next we go, though, chance, and that could well and truly be it. You didn't win it on 2, but you can win it on 3. Clayster from up high. The shots are there. NYSL, it was a rough start for them, but a very, very strong finish indeed. They will take map number 1.
And I would say for New York, what more could you ask for, right? Like, yes, it was a slow start, but hey, you had a slow start and you bounce back immediately. What do you expect out of HyDra? That elite level slaying ability. What does he deliver? A 2.0 KD across the board. Streaks when you needed to get them. And even from the side of Asim, right? Maybe the man's not always lighting up in the kill feed, but when it comes to those high impact plays, he is at the top of the list in the league of players that can make them. The solo break he had, at least initially, towards that final P2 hill is just the dagger in their side, but still, it doesn't hurt just to look at that damage and production HyDra is able to bring to the table. Still electric in the response.
Truly electric. What a spree across the board from almost everyone there at NYSL. 8 in a row for HyDra. Sorry, had to get close to read the stats, friends. You don't mind my big hands or face coming at you. But man, what a start to the series, Chance. Not a bad one, mate. Again, all things considered, I think in NYSL it was a rough start. I was a little worried. I was like, man, they went all out against FaZe. Now they're playing a weaker opponent. They're like, yeah, we can let this one slide. We can loosen the belt a little bit. But no, they did manage to clutch up. They're massive in the end. Very, very dominant plays all round. We do have our USAA coverage moment coming up in just a moment. And this will be Asim. Honestly, that last 5 kills he got, the spree he went on Chance was unbelievable. Nothing but love for Asim here in our USAA coverage moment.
And keep in mind, it was even just a little bit before this, right? Where he is the player by himself in white, wins a one-on-one gunfight, and just takes the time to reposition. He's always hyper aware of the situation that he gets placed in. And he set his teammates up so well that he just gets to hang out in the hard point. Meanwhile, HyDra's pushed all the way out towards P1 just because of the kills that he was able to get initially by himself, eventually with Clayster. He just puts his team in those perfect positions that makes everyone else's job that much easier.
Wonderful stuff there again, our USAA coverage moment there. Asim, brilliant work to get the New York Subliners that massive win. Well, that's that. Map number 1 is in the books, finished. Now we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, it's going to be Express, Search and Destroy. Will the Subliners continue to keep the dominance a running? Will the Ravens start to pull things back? Find out after this break.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. The Call of Duty League is presented by Seany, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Seany Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting seany.com/gaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. New York Subliners versus the London Royal Ravens. HyDra on your screen though, Charles. The man of the moment for NYSL. 28 and 15 today so far. What a fantastic start. Let's talk about him during the Search and Destroy though, mate. I mean, what have we got to look forward to for the young HyDra?
Well, I mean, I'd say overall he has, what, like a .62. There you go in Search and Destroy. Keep in mind that is over 2 games, and that is 2 games against Atlanta FaZe, so I expect that number to turn right around, but he will be the focus point, right? It is harder to build that chemistry in Search and Destroy because you don't get a scrimmage every single day, so there's a couple focus points. The last time they played on Raid, the last time they played on Express, where maybe HyDra's making one play, but giving something up his teammates aren't going to expect, and it ends up costing them in a few key rounds. Those are the types of issues they're going to be cleaning up, and that is actually why I really like the map picks that they got, right? Run the same 2 maps back, keep getting those reps in as quickly as you possibly can, because again, we've seen him in the respawns. HyDra has been on point. Once you start getting that ball rolling in the Search and Destroy, that is where New York, who has already been a top team in the game, can look to hit that next level. But honestly, just looking at it as we go down the line, the fact that they were able to just dominate that first hard point, I'd say for New York, this is just a series where they're coming in expecting to take care of business.
Absolutely. Let HyDra run rampant, do his thing in the respawn modes, but you really have to work a little bit harder there in the Search and Destroys to make sure that everyone is truly on the same page. Here we go into Express though. Again, an interesting one to see. Very excited to see those high-flying submachine gun action over towards those B-bomb sites. A little bit longer lines of sight over by the A tracks. Once you get into the locker side of things, things get very spicy. There's a little bit of everything here on Express. A very welcome addition. to the Call of Duty League here in the 2021 Black Ops Cold War season. What a mouthful. A fun mouthful indeed. Does it taste good? Here we go, Chance. Subliners gun up against the Ravens. Express, search and destroy. Any high-level thoughts about this one? What are we expecting?
Honestly, I think that's like the bit of the question, right? Because from the side of New York, they get options of what they're going to want to deal with. Again, they're just looking to make adjustments from the previous series. And on a map like this, if you want to play it hyper-aggressive, you go towards B. If you want to take a little bit of time and try to work that A site on offense, Clayster, I don't know if he got stunned, but you see the bait potentially taken early on. Only one player so far on defense even looking towards this A strike or A site. Admittedly, you got Zaptius coming to work back with his teammate.
Go. Early plant for Asim. That bomb's going to do nothing. Or that nade, the second one will. Gets him down to 64. Ravens are on the approach, though. Fast push. Paul's going to watch over them from the top catwalk here. He'll let them get a little bit closer. Couple of tags out and about he goes towards Mack. It's a lot of utility. Has to back on up. That gives the Ravens clearance to move forward. And they're charging. Give them steel, boys! Zaptius gets the first, Zed on the second. And what an answer back. Mack can't quite get them all, though. 25 seconds left now. And it's all to Clay. Last player left alive. It's a 3v1. Paul's on the bomb, mate. That was been a retake and a half. Clay may get the kill, but not enough to get the defuse. Brilliant stuff from the Ravens. A nice opening round here on Express.
And oh dear God, talk about zero time wasted. I was thinking, right, your first round, trophies aren't going to come on board early on. And the fact that they missed the nade kills on the bomb planter initially, I thought that might have cost them in the end. But then that swarm, just so fast, the decision making on point, Zaptius and Zed, well, leading the charge. Basically open up the lanes for Pollux and Seany and just make their jobs so much easier. Hell of a retake for the round number one. And I mean, I'd say, frankly, long-term for New York, that might honestly put a question in the back of their minds of whether or not they want to attack A. Of course, that's exactly where London is going now, as HyDra should be able to hear a couple of these players down low.
As long as the comms weren't frantic there, he must have heard tons. Hello. If you didn't hear that, something wrong with his hearing. But I'm sure he heard the nades coming. But here we go. Paul, in and about he goes. The Red Menace wins another big 1v1. Zed, central train, does manage to land a seam. Mack's up next. Zed cuts him down 2. It is a 4, no, make it 3v1 as Clayster once again, last player left alive. And the Ravens, a deft blow here in the second round. 2 back-to-back.
And that was a round of basically just a collapse. That was dominoes falling one by one. Asim just jumps in because he's trying to make the play just because Pollux got that first blood up top. But Zed, the trap was set, and he was patient for the second kill as well. Pollux pushed over that first domino. Everything falls in short order. And, well, New York, I mean, these have been 2 rounds that have lasted 30 seconds apiece just about. They haven't had a ton of time to think, but last time they got the bomb down at A successfully, collapsed after that, and, well, they might try to run it back, see if they can do the same thing once again. But the fact that the trophies are already out, I have to imagine London going to be aware. Same situation with Zaptius wrapping back potentially through the catwalk, and, well, Seany, he's thinking potentially about that full flank, and, well, now the information is in.
I was going to say that flash should have landed, but the trophy got down just in the nick of time, but still, that's enough info as well. Paul, that's the big one on the first kill, but the bomb does go down. Clay on the flank once again. Nice timing. This is a good start from the Subliners. It's a 1-1 apiece down either side. Seany from up high. Seany, nice transition on the second. Clay's out and about here, going for the flank. Get his second of the round. Zaptius manages to get 3 in a row now on the immediate defuse. Ravens, once again, have left Clay in a tough situation. Clay, can he get the defuse player? He does. 23 seconds left on the clock. He stops the defuse now. 1 more to deal with for Clay. This would be massive! New York, dear. They get back on the board. What a round from Clayster. Holy dooly. It all started here with a kill on a Seany. He may have got all 4. Did he get the full ace? I lost count.
He did. That was absolutely the ace.
Bloody hell, Clay. What a round.
What a round just to get the team back in it. And every decision, by the way, that he had to make, he had basically 0 seconds to think about all of them, and every single decision was right. Has a nice little spot to watch the full flank. The first kill is going to be free. And then after that, it's basically just trading at your teammates, right? Goes and hunts Seany down up in the top of the catwalk. But if he just did not immediately sprint forward to get towards A, bomb absolutely would have got defused, but the plays are on point. Now it's about those first bloods. 4 players looking to kill him, and he gets out with his life, or not barely. Does get caught in the end. Another first blood towards the Ravens.
Fast wrap from Asim. First up. Oh, a lot of shots. Bit of a pepper. Badly seasoned though. And now it's going to be Paul with an ace coming through. Seems in trouble. Big trouble. Dead as a doorknob. There you go. 2v4 situation right now with the Subliners. I'm just making it tough though. Last player left alive now in a 1v3. Ravens looking to defend the bomb. I'm just going to go for a fast wrap, but again, the Ravens should be able to read this one. Oh, nice. Decisions from HyDra. Out and about he goes. Zaptius. Those shoulders are out. The guns are up. The Ravens cut him down. Once again, a nice round here on Express. 3-1.
And the aggression from the Ravens is absolutely key. The fact that they're able to hunt Clayster down. And keep in mind, I mean, Zed's just walking through these steps. There's no one from New York that is able to support Clayster and slow that push down. No shots coming through from on bomb. No shots coming through from on the ticket booth. And I don't know if Zed gets another one after or not. No, he seems like he didn't. But even still, it's the perfect read from Ravens. The aggression on point. And hell, if Clayster is the player that you're first blooding, it is 2 and 12 combined from the supporting cast on this Express. So they found the right player to kill.
6 and 3 for Clay so far. Back towards the center of the terminal we go. Seany, shots up. Oh, Seany, that's 2. At the third round the corner, why not? HyDra's there. Seany gets it. Massive round once again from the Ravens. A headbutt in towards the center of the terminal, and my, oh my. Seany comes out on top. A nice 3 for him there.
And this is just incredibly good shots, right? Just beams on the first 2 players. You see he's got a little help behind him on the ramp as well, but Seany, a highlight reel of his own. This is just a ridiculous pace that the Ravens are currently playing at for the search and destroy. The reads are on point. The first bloods, I think they've gotten every single one of them. And still that is now 2 and 15 combined for the New York Subliners for everyone not named Clayster.
Yeah, it's not working out. I mean, Clay's been on this map before, I think. Maybe in a previous life. All those tweets doing the rounds in the timeline show me a picture from what feels like another life. And right now, that stat line for Clay. Another life. Here we go, those Zaptius around the corner. HyDra and Mack. Nades out and about. Bit of a stalemate. The Ravens are going to have none of it so far. HyDra, no, making his way forward. Bit of a shuffle on the defense here. The bomb carrier is still making the way in towards the A-bomb site chance, but it's a mega shuffle. For everyone on NYSL. Big win from Zed. Start things off. Oh my God.
On their way. The stick doesn't come through. But even still, he's able to get out with his life. They are just playing so timid on these trades, even when they're getting these players weak. And well, now for the 3v4, and HyDra can't find the kill. And look at the corner Zed's playing. The trap has been set. He's waiting for the bait to come.
Yep, easy kill for Zed. Here it comes. There you go. Slides one out. Play goes as well. Massive work again. Ravens. Jiminy Crickets. 5-1. Express has been their playground. And they are having a whale of a time. Right place, right time, almost every time it feels like chance. I mean, they're really making it work for it. The only round that NYSL have got was off the Mack, a massive, massive ace and defuse from Clay.
And by the way, we were talking about what? Like staying active on the map for the Ravens? Well, they're doing exactly that, right? Completely up in their face. And even in situations where like they're one shot, they're getting naded out, but New York scared to push, scared to try and make these plays. Ravens really the only ones trying to get a lot of things done, and New York maybe finally responding, but Seany is there, and every first blood, I'm pretty sure, in this game has gone their way. This is the first time New York has at least traded it out, but even still, HyDra falls, and now his teammates in a tougher spot.
Oh, there we go. Nice win from the Subliners. I was going to say, unbelievable start. I mean, we may have had the first blood from Seany there, but it was the 2-man work. It was the submachine guns up close. All of that. Little too close there, shoulder to shoulder on the inside of the stairwell. Bad manners to cross someone like that on the stairs, and they pay for it. Nice round once again from NYSL. Even without Clay at the driver's seat, HyDra gets himself on the board 1 and 7. Ravens, all they need is one more. Now on the offense for potentially the final time here in the map. Bombs in hand, and looks like they're going back to A, but Seany, terror of the terminal here on Express. Is there any more kills to be had? And they have managed to condition the Subliners into this solid 2-2 split. No mid-map presence. Seam can't even see it. It does look like HyDra's on the inside of the train. So here we go, mate. Minute 10 on the clock. This is a slow and tense one.
Yeah, it looks like Ravens just trying to play that mind game, right? They just pump the brakes. The slowest round they've had so far. And it looks like the adjustments they're going to be making, potentially wrapping back towards this B site. But now if you go towards there, finally, a first blood goes the way of New York. And now keep in mind, all 3 of these players in the hallway, Potential full flank coming in from Asim. Clayster might be a little bit of pressure, but he's in the ticket booth, and now he's making those reads. Can't find the second kill, but now his teammates can come and help him out.
Zap's on the hunt. Oh my word, the hunter almost became the hunted. Zed gets away with his life. Wow, the slide to stay alive. 30 seconds remaining. 3v2. Lightning fast transition now for the bomb over towards the A site. Mack and HyDra, and they're looking for shadows. There's no one here. HyDra's got eyes on the middle of the map. He may be able to see Zed's little head as he crosses over the tracks. Oh no, he looked away and he saw it. HyDra's a dead man. He's a dead man. The Ravens have bounced back. And what a climactic finish there. 6-2 on Express. The search and destroy was over before you knew it. Amazing stuff out of the Ravens. Rebound. For NYSL, aside from Clay, I mean, it was a little lackluster. And again, this has to come down to that communication thing, Chance. It has to be said. When it comes to the respawns, they seem to be flowing like no other right now. But there is a very, very awkward undulation in the gameplay of NYSL when it comes to the search for the time being. But there we go, 1-1 in the series. Getting back to Raid, they'll have a little bit more fun. But what a bounce back round that was for the Ravens. Got to be feeling good after that.
And there might have been, what, that final round where the chemistry from New York was a problem, right? Where Clay just gets singled out even after getting the first blood and the teammates just not there set up for the trades. But outside of that, it was just domination from the Ravens. Again, almost every single first blood outside of that final round, they were able to get. And they even clutched up in the 3v4. They had maybe like one small misstep outside of that perfection. They played the fast rounds as well as they could. Even when they slowed it down, they were on point. And shout out to Seany as well. I don't know if he quite got to double digits, but if he didn't, he was very close to it. Hell of a bounce back game on Express S&D for the Ravens.
Massive bounce back game indeed. And Seany, we've seen him be, what, a construction man? I think he may have been a head chef at this point in time. I think we call him Seany the Conductor. Our US Army tactical play is going to be that round 5. Seany going off. Massive, massive work out of the man. When he turns up, you cannot deny he's a true force to be reckoned with on the map. And Chance, this was an absolute bullying out of Seany the Conductor here.
And it really is just getting pieces as well, because keep in mind, he's on point for the first shots, gets baited, but doesn't even let go of the trigger for the next 2 kills. And, well, makes the work with the pistol. It was effectively a 2-on-3 or 2-on-4 that the Ravens had to fight. Seany didn't break a sweat in the slightest, made it look easy. And, I mean, hell, if there's any way to bounce back from a tough first hard point, you make sure you do it in dominating fashion. They do exactly that and, well, maybe put a little bit of a bad thought in the back of the Subliners' mind.
Tough one, because now we go to a control, and it has not been the finest game mode for the Subliners, and we'll see how they fare against the Ravens. Momentum definitely in their favor. When we come back after the break, checkmate control. Tied up 1-1 of the series. After the next map, someone's gonna get the lead, am I right? See you after the break.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL 2021 for a special discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listenings are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by Seany, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armour your eyes with Seany Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting seany.com/gaming.
We should be fine. What's your type?
are back. Welcome back to the Call of Duty League. London Royal Ravens take the search and destroy in an emphatic fashion. And now we're going to a checkmate control. We saw the first hard point on Moscow go to NYSL. Now, a decider. Map 3, mid-season pack. Now we're at the middle of the series. And look at this tweet from this. What am I? What, am I just some sort of like sage? If you don't take the time will take you. Good night. This was like a midnight tweet from me. Philosophical musings as I browse Instagram. But there we go. This one charts though, as our social soundboard powered by Astro. This is more about the time. We're talking about the putting in the effort, the struggle and the sore for the Ravens. I'm trying to marry this one together, but I've just brain farted.
Well, I mean, I will say, just looking at that graphic, obviously the picture that is being painted it has not been good from the side of the London Royal Ravens. But keep in mind, like, they started off the year and they lost their first 6 straight matches. They have had to deal with like visa issues. They can't get zero. Alex has had they've had like 5 different rosters that they have worked with. Then after they lost the first 6, won their next 2, things were starting to look up, and well, then they lost their next 6 in a row. But I mean, they've had to play against your Atlantas, your Chicagos, your LA Thieves, your New York. So it's not like the competition has been easy for them, but at the same time, there is no easy competition. You gotta start getting some wins. They find themselves where they're tied 1-1 in the series, and now you're playing against the Subliners on what is at least statistically their worst game mode. They have lost their last 5 controls in a row. This right now, in my mind, is pretty much best case scenario for the Ravens to try to get a win, but they have to win this control.
Quick scope there, brought to you by Scuff. Let's see how the control goes, Chance. We're loading in the map just now. Checkmate. It's not going to be the best map here for the Subliners. The Ravens, we've seen some magic, and I mean some straight magic. I'm talking Paul X with all sorts of tricks up his sleeve, pulling 2 pieces out of hats. Is this your card? No, but it is my Krig, and I'm absolutely gunning. That's what Paul said, I swear. I think that maybe not verbatim, but it was very exciting to see nonetheless. His first debut here in the CDL was really on checkmate, but we all started to go, all right, Paul's a menace. Our chance, this is a big one for both teams, for the Ravens to take the lead in the series, for the NYSL to put that hard work to effect, turn a difficult game mode for them into a more favorable one. But here we go, mate, into control on checkmate, map number 3, right up 1-1.
And it really is one of the funnier things just about this New York team for having struggles in control, because keep in mind, still like the #1 team on offensive rounds, offense pretty much across the board. Raid, somewhat of an exception, the more difficult thing, but in spite of that, defense has been an issue, but maybe that puts the pressure on. Early on checkmate, you see the idea right now from New York. It looks like they're actually stacking towards this A point as Asim's job well. Mainly just that playing control and watching full flank. Asim, he's got a lot of things he needs to do.
So here he goes. Well, back on the other side of the map now towards the A zone. Does manage to catch a flying Zed, who will get the better of him with the AK-74U in that situation. Clay now still making his way forward. The capture on A now, slow and steady. Only player in the far forward position. Here come the reinforcements though. Player number 8 spawns up HyDra in the back. He's going to make his way in as well. They've got players towards the B zone as well, so slow push. Might be able to cap both points at the same time. Seany cleans out 1. How many more can they get? From this top plane position, Zaptius from down low. Oh, and it's 3 clean down. It's all 4 down. NYSL, they get stopped off the point there. Now to recover the A zone, and they're all going to be spawning blue side of the map, Chance.
Yeah, talk about the importance of just getting that plane control right. Ravens send effectively everybody there. As soon as the one player for the Subliners falls from the top of the plane, well, the entire setup collapses right behind it. Now on the attempted return, at the very least, you've cleared out effectively your spawn, but Asim can't quite find the second kill. And right now, Subliners, well, that time is ticking. Be underneath 30 seconds on the clock, and keep in mind, new patch, new rules. The final defense is decided by tick progression rather than kills, and so far New York, they've only got 1 tick through, but as 2 kills come their way, make it 3. The opening is here, and even the teamwork to take down Seany. That's a clean 4 down, 3 bodies stacked on this B point.
Stacked up, are they all going to get on there? 2 for now. I think that last player is above. Yeah, he's still got Asim and Mack doing the hard work here. First tick complete. Second segment on its way as well. Here comes the Ravens though. They managed to get in close under the covering fire of Seany. Asim backs off for a brief moment, stops the clock. Whoa, Zed from behind. Massive win from Asim. HyDra gets one as well. You still have to worry about Seany though. Brings the gunfight forward. Slip, slides, out and about. HyDra's got his number. Brilliant stuff again from NYSL. The B zone should go their way. Are any last minute shenanigans from Zaptius? 11 seconds on the clock. They need to finish this. They've got to get it done. But Zap stays alive. Good covering fire from Mack. Oh, they've got him off the point. Can Mack get on there now? It's just a chance. It is back and forth. 5 seconds. That might be it. Asim to the other side of the map. They're over on A. 3.1 on the clock. This is bloody pandemonium.
And he's got to stay on as well. Only 2 seconds left. He gets chopped and no one's there. London won't get the clearance either. HyDra's actually going for the split push. You got bodies on both, but HyDra now by himself. Pressure's on. Wins his one. The pressure coming through, but he might get it. The contest is there in the nade. Gets the job done. Talk about in the nick of time in the final moments. But a hell of a first round for London to make sure they get. And this was the play of the game right at the very end. I don't even know if he was the player to get HyDra. No, just the rest of the team. Poor HyDra, man. Got left by his lonesome and, well, tried to make it happen, but they bid him farewell.
Oh my God. HyDra got on there with 0.00000 remaining. The game couldn't even comprehend. It just gave us a series of dashes and colons, which was code for, oh my word. Okay. Quick recovery. The Ravens managed to steal that one away, but NYSL making them work for it. Boy, howdy. Attacking round now for the Ravens. Mack wins the first opening gunfight there with that Krieg. It was Seany trying to get himself some B zone love. He's going to get himself 2 kills for now, and oh, he's going to say, no thanks to the B zone. I'm after these players of NYSL on their spawn. Doesn't quite get the third. HyDra's up next. In out of spawn. You've got these players to worry about all around him for now, but the rest of the Ravens do what they can on that B zone. Slow and steady progression chance. Another big win from Seany.
And you see, he's just a massive distraction as well, right? He's giving that information to his teammates. You actually had number 4 Zed on the point, knew exactly where to look for the players coming off the top of the plane just because of Seany's positioning. So you have progress all over the map right now for New York. You have decisions to make. Which point do you want to try to defend? Do you defend both? But now they're going to have to flood towards B because Zed is creeping very close to getting this point effectively by himself.
He's doing it all alone. Seany with a peach from downtown. The absolute Kobe, and there the Diamati at range from Zed. Clay's in on the point, just there in the nick of time once again. A slither of progress on B, as he will now start to drain it. Seany's nade will push him off for the time being, but still, man alive, this is a tight game of control. A zone goes. There's a lot of progress that would be just been drained away. Still, life count very favorable for the Ravens on the slow and steady approaching towards the B zone. And I tell you what, all they got to do is a couple of clean kills. There's an opportunity for a stack. 2 man on the point. They're going to get this one fast. Mack goes down. Big nade, though. Manages to take care of Paul. That's all Zed now capturing the point. HyDra in from behind. Oh, no. Seany gets it. An unbelievable bit of effort, but not enough to get the kills. Now, the final push from Seany. Can he get on there? Can the members of NYSL drain this one? Asim wins a big one. Chance. I'm running out of breath, mate. This is unbelievable. What a Herculean effort on the defense from NYSL.
And it's just chaos on this point as well. I mean, you just got nades flying through left and right. No one can even get a trophy on point. The biggest moment New York has had to breathe this entire time. But keep in mind, plenty of time on the clock. 1 minute and 20 left, and New York is starting to run out of lives. And obviously only one more tick that needs to come through, and any death that New York takes at this point can be punishing. Because as fast as London has been playing, they have completely slowed the pace. Now they're just looking for these kills. They've identified the player they're trying to single out, and that is Mack. 2 players have now fallen. The clearance on the point is here.
Less than a minute. Oh, baby, they're on it. Massive kill from HyDra, though, just to take one with him. Oh, Zed's in trouble. Nice, fancy footwork to stay alive. Still gets tagged up by the Semtex. Here come the rest of the teammates. Will be dropped. Paul's upstairs. Oh, Clay holds the line. The life count starting to dwindle. It's 9-5. Even still with a slight lead chance. Got to get a couple of clean kills. Just get back onto that B zone. They are throwing life and limb in the way of it. Asim, top plane. Can't quite get any more, and that's the last lives gone now for NYSL. Only 3 of them remaining. It's the kids. Plays out. HyDra, he's the daddy now. Finds that first big kill. Seany, he's going to be out. 6 lives remaining now for the Ravens. It's 3 for NYSL chance. Just over 20 seconds on the clock.
And it is every death is going to make a difference. Mack is going to fall. Asim immediately gets cut down. And HyDra shot in the back. What a ridiculous round from the Ravens towards the end. Maybe it got a little bit spicy, but they were absolutely in the driver's seat. At the start of the round, I think that is one of the most effective sort of like split push attempts on offense we've seen be successful in control. They had bodies on A and B constantly. You're never able to get Zed off. Most of that got set up from the initial plays where Seany is out able to get towards like that P5 area. But while we're watching Zed just dance back and forth on B, picking up pieces just left and right, his other 2 teammates were over there defending. Like, they just split up, each like AR and SMG duo. The Europeans were able to go towards B. The Americans went over towards A, and they just completely took him to task. A ridiculous round. And obviously London in a very comfortable spot. They just need to clutch up on defense.
Let's see if they can get it done. NYSL coming into this map were 7-11 on attacking rounds. 7 wins, 11 losses. They can't improve upon that. Clay, hello. Actually said on the slip slide. They're still going. Paul finally takes him down. He was a little weak going into that fight anyway, but Paul will slow the progress. Less than a minute remaining now. The Ravens just have to hold on. Split push comes through for a brief moment. Over towards A on the attack though for the Subliners and Chance. Here we go. Can they make something out of this?
It's looking like not. They're just getting beast everywhere they go. The trade's on point, the teamwork on point. And it is very much, it really is starting to look like Seany and Zed just working together on point. The Americans on the flip side doing their thing, but now they are just getting funneled over towards A. And while Seany's getting shots in a minute as they go through. And even where his teammate falls, you assume he's not going to lose the gunfights. Maybe a small opening, Asim. The double kill to try to open things up, but even still, I mean, 11 and 16 to his name. That is just an indication York has been struggling. Their second tick has gone through, but London, they know the game. Just keep that plane control. You will be good to go.
Oh, Asim can't quite stay alive. That transatlantic teamwork. Oh, that was a big win from HyDra. Transatlantic teamwork coming through. The two-man pushes from London really working out. It's going to be a three-man stack in towards A now. They have to worry about that one. Less than 30 on the clock. Zaptius can go big here from plane. Oh, that's the first. HyDra comes in, slip slide. Oh, just about. Nice shots in from HyDra to stay alive in that situation. However, Paul's got him. There's the contest. Can Paul find any more? Paul! Play wins it. Play gets A as well. That would have been unbelievable out of Paul X to win that one. But you get yourself time back into the game, and now you've got lives to work with going towards B. 14-12. Here we go.
And the good news for New York, they have secured their base, right? No one's able to flank all the way around, and Clayster wins his one against the other AR. The issue right now is just the fact that they don't have plane control. They know that's where the rest of these players are going to be coming from, and, well, they're trying to be annoying, but plane control still reigns supreme for the Ravens. And even though Clay's behind enemy lines, you're just going to get picked apart if the middle of the map doesn't go your way, and Zed, the reason why. 3 spree for him and Clayster. Well, maybe he keeps winning his ones, but now the rest of the teammates trapped in their base. You don't even have to deal with Clay. He is so far away from the action. If you just live inside of the rest of New York's base, you should be good to go on defense, but now Clay has gone so far the way around, he has now made it to P5.
Clay is in your base. Oh, finally puts that reign of terror to bed. Oh, HyDra begins a reign of his own. Is the third there to be had? No, Zed's going to get it. Still, 27.4 on the clock. Stopped there by the presence of Mack in the B zone. Nice one. Stay alive, bide his time, play his life, let the squad come forward. You need to get more bodies on this point if you really want to get the cap. For now, NYSL, the final lives remaining. Mack's gone. That's a massive dagger as Paul makes his way forward. But 5 now make it 4 lives for Ravens. This is coming down to the wire. 20 seconds on the clock. This is for the map. If the Ravens can kill these members of NYSL, it's all good. Run the clock down, you win as well. HyDra, oh, Zed gets him. 4v1, Clay, last member left alive. Is he able to cause anything? No, it's a 3-0 on checkmate control. The Ravens take the lead in the series.
Too fresh and too clean. They have 30 CDL points across the entirety of the year. They're looking for their next 10 against, well, what we're expecting to be one of the better teams in the game. But I tell you, they absolutely took them to task on checkmate. The defensive rounds, they clutched up in the fashion they need to. Again, that plane control, they made sure to keep it pretty much the entire time for their defensive rounds. And it really just comes down to that round 2. The offense that they had where they are just applying that split pressure on both points at the same time and just making the decision-making from New York that much trickier of, hey, we don't have time, we have to pick one point and we have to fly. And it seems like when that pace is high, London has been thriving. I mean, they just had a ridiculous Express S&D even just before this. I mean, really, they just shook off the Moscow hardpoint in incredible fashion. And in my mind, they've done quite a bit of the hard work just to get to this point, but taking a look at the stats, I mean, fairly similar across the board. Mack and Seany maybe had good games damage-wise apiece, but I mean, if you're the team that's getting beat, Asim is going to be one of the players that ends up struggling because of it. Ravens, a hell of a game, number 3.
Well, an interesting turn of events here in our first match of the day, the Paris Home Series, and Chance is still taking a peek at the stats. Sorry, mate, I do the same thing. Okay. I do the same things. Yeah. But there we go, friends. That's going to be the map done and dusted. We're going to now take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to be playing more Call of Duty. Map 4 Hardpoint on its way just around the corner. You don't want to miss it. This series is getting spicy, friends. Maybe get a glass of milk, some water, you know, for the tongue. See you after the break. Mesdames et messieurs, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. The London Royal Ravens going up against the New York Subliners. Paul X there on your screen, friends. As we see, this map has taken a turn. Whereas the Ravens now up in the lead. They managed to win the Search and Destroy. They managed to win themselves the Control. With that, see how we go now into a Garrison hardpoint. Chance, how are we feeling, mate?
Well, I would say feeling pretty good if you're both teams, maybe for London long term, just because they put themselves up 2-1. But for New York, they should be feeling good because this is their map pick. Their hardpoint has been on point, so they're expecting that bounce back. But if we're just thinking about that momentum in the series, I mean, you have to imagine London have been on point. You got the train conductor, Seany, man. He's been piecing these past two maps.
Social Sandboard, Power Bass, and again, Joey Nusby's giving some love. Seany went from construction worker to a train conductor in under a year. What a talented guy. Cross-pollinating careers. You can give him a chance. He'll get it all done. And good old Brycey saying, all right, Seany, mate, give him a chance. Give him a chance. Well, Seany's finally back in his seat, and now we're almost ready to get into our Garrison hardpoint. He got back into his seat, and he stood straight out of frame. What a professional Chance. But here we are, mate. We're almost ready to get into our game. This should be an interesting one, to say the least. The Subliners, again, momentum seems to be the only thing they are lacking right now. That hardpoint, the Search and Destroy on Express was a blowout, to be totally honest. And then a 3-0 there on Checkmate. Does the Subliners, do they have the resolve to rebound? Again, this is a new squad, really. Like HyDra, it's a big challenge. I mean, this is a two-person change for that team. Do they have the resolve to manage to turn this around?
And resolve really is just that key word, right? Like there's a couple teams in the league that we might think of them as being like middle of the pack, or even like the LA Thieves is a great example, right? If they're sort of in the middle, but then they have all these times where they complete the reverse sweeps. They find themselves in tough spots, they clutch up. The teams that you look at when they go to the game fives, who's gonna be successful? Well, it's a new roster for the Subliners. We don't quite know what kind of team they're gonna be with this brand new squad. an opportunity to prove it. And of course, on the flip side, Ravens, hey man, just keep that ball rolling. Again, they are very far down when it comes to that CDL point ladder. Every win is a massive one, and especially so against a team like New York. I mean, keep in mind, because it's not just New York that have the fresh roster, right? Ravens are on roster number 6 or 7 that they have had another fresh one as well. They can get some momentum, start to try to turn that year around.
Sees early aggression from Asim. Out and about he goes on the hunt. Finds himself as Aptius. Whoa, who's next? Could be Paul. Who's after that? Oh, Seany. Nah, Seany the tank builder? What's the... There is probably a term for a tank builder? What is Seany doing on this map? He's working in some kind of arms factory. Anyway, we'll get back to that. But a nice start for the Ravens, but Subliners bounce straight back into this one. It's a 2 spree so far for HyDra. And hello, grenades. There's all sorts.
Seen Fury Miles, you know that for Seany, this is the best job he's ever had.
Best job I've ever had. What a fantastic movie. Right, but while Chance and I just got to reminisce over Fury, with a brilliant film starring Brad Pitt, let's go for a quick Astro Gaming listen-in with the London Royal Ravens.
One way got us.
Let's go again.
I didn't hit him.
Coverage, Clay.
Max and Bricks.
No, he's box.
Dead, Clay.
Max and Bricks and win. He's
We're coming green.
Bricks one shot this one, baby. I'm thinking.
Back left. Fuck me, bro.
No, I'm going
On the tank, he's watching the mid.
Right, I'll challenge it. Wait, I'm watching it.
Faster.
First way laying down.
I'm trying to battle it.
Nice job.
Good fight. Back tank weak.
I'll try. You know you're coming out, Alex.
I got him.
One more time.
I hear.
I spawned main up, he pulled back up. Back. Yeah, I want top kids out, please to me.
He's cut.
No, bro, he's P4.
P5. Minus P5.
Yo, we should have just scrap, bro.
Take our time, get the scrap and push through
One
this
top
shit.
part as well.
Minus P5, guys. Minus P5.
I need both.
I need over.
Minus P5.
They have trophies.
Play with P5. Come here.
Yeah, I'm right.
I got one.
Close box, Tiger dead.
Good shit.
I'll try. Punch me.
He's still archery, but he brings so square. I need him.
He's killed
mid. He's so square.
He's
P5 dead.
One's back factory.
Are we in the back here?
Go together, guys. Go
I'm
together.
playing
One trophy in time. One trophy in time.
I'm in the back with you.
You can do 2 split. I'll come from the
Back factory.
I mean,
Landing on the truck. What's behind me? Yo, garage factory.
Two hard to attack.
Nice. Go truck on you.
There's one more. There's 2 in time.
Nice, live. One for fast.
I'm trying
fast.
Have trophies.
Push the tools on one shot.
I'm flying at tools.
Premium top.
Playing tight, bro.
I'm fine.
I play front music, go on. Premium top.
Yo, he's back Jenny's really weak, HyDra.
Back on the dead. I'm on
Sleep.
Frantic on the approach towards the hard point. NYSL holding this one down. You can hear like Ravens trying to make everything work out, but guys, this ain't their best map. Let's be real, man. It's 1-6 coming into this one for the Ravens. Comms, it was just sound like a struggle. It's hard to break the setup that NYSL have got.
I mean, honestly, the comms were good, but some of the ideas they had, right? Try to push through P2, hit that scrap time, and then fight through there. It's a good call, but then New York just completely prepared for it. Always have some player that's going to slow the pace down, and frankly, just a ridiculous lead. This is one of the reasons why I was talking about how important the control was for Ravens to win, because the hard points is where New York has been on point. And they're showing it off here so far. Of course, Ravens, they get the full setup. They got 2 players trying to deal with the dark side of the map, and, well, maybe Asim trying to be the playmaker. Gets chopped down early. A small opening for New York to take away some of the scrap time. But hey, first push is done for New York. They're at least able to get London off the time. But for London, you still keep the power positions. You still keep the side of the map that you want. And you keep New York at bay.
We keep holding it, though. Mack and HyDra. 1 kill at a time. Nice one from up high there. Oh, wow. Mack. Whoa. I was about to say hail Mack for a moment. Screaming his way forward. Asim now getting into the hard point. But still, Ravens will hold it. Up to Shorty. He's taking down a nice bit of team fire there from NYSL. Jump shot not on. Paul X finds kill number 5 in a row. Teammates finding the shots all around him as well. How far can Paul go? It's number 6. Skirts in and out he goes. New hard point's about to open up. Ravens will have control chance and making the slow and steady comeback, but they've got to go big here.
No streaks, though. That might be a dagger towards the end. A big gunfight for Asim to be able to get that win. And, well, they've at least cleared out towards the catwalk. Actually, not even quite. Zapti is still alive. Finally get a little bit of clearance. And keep in mind, split spawns effectively coming through. HyDra, an opportunity to be annoying, gets the first kill and stays alive. And now the attention from the Ravens, you have to deal with too many different things. And even for spawn knowledge, an important moment just to know the players forced through bricks. New York so far, the hold is nice and strong, and even for HyDra, just directing the traffic of his teammates, making sure they know where to look.
Oh my God.
And this has been a pretty strong hill so far. and he's kept it going. Ravens now going to be stuck in that back corner spawn.
Yeah, huge work from HyDra there, keeping those players not only in the spawn, but it's keeping them off the hard point. They can't even get near the test. Play now on the other side of the map. They get taken out by the nice crossfire from the Ravens. Paul making his way forward. Zed better get out of the way, baby, because Paul is on a run. Finds himself a few more. Over 80 points we will go now for the Ravens, but still, Subliners with a commanding lead. Slow and steady progress from the Ravens will pull this one back, and Zaptius looking to charge through these mid lanes. Here comes HyDra. Eyes are on. The jump shot. Oh, the drop goes down. Finds another one, but Asim continues to find his dominance here. 15 to 14 overall chance, but once again, the man is the root man on hard points. A crucial player. Watched his arrow on the minimap every single step of the way, trying to make the difference for his squad.
Always accomplishing something extra on the map, and right now, just sort of hanging out, maybe waiting for the kills to come your way, or maybe trying to make the play yourself, and well, where he is going to fall, a small opening to Mack with the remaining players, and Zed, big one-on-one for him, but he does get traded out, and I'd say for this hill, I mean, honestly, maybe a little bit good for both teams. Ravens chip away a little bit of time. They keep that top green control, but on the flip side, New York, I mean, they've got maybe 40, 45 seconds on this hill just to run that score up a little bit more. It might take some streaks from Paul X for the Ravens to get back in this game.
Yep, he's close enough. 5. Still low-key working on him. I'm not talking about the TJ working on him. He's a little closer than that. Zed trying to watch the back flank. Here we go. Clay's up first. The old squat shot. Slip slide past Mack. Great work from Zed. Ooh, finds another one. Nice job. Takes 2 down with him. Now it's up to Paul X to take care of Asim. He's going to be the next contender for the hard point. The other side, these players coming in from that deep spawn. Dead spawn's a little close to the hard point, but have to deal with HyDra on the way in. Still, Ravens picking up the time chance. Slow and steady. 1 kill at a time. It's Clay, a nice little pick. Can you get any more out of this one? There's the contest. Zap. Oh, it's a nice 2 from Clay. Clay looking to get the 3rd as well. And there it is. Lovely work from NYSL. Slow and steady, very methodical break.
And that's what it takes, man. I don't even think he was able to get the streaks. Actually, never mind. It does get Flash Paul X at least able to secure the artillery. Then he's calling this one straight away. That is no time wasted. Gonna get him off the hard point. Maybe more importantly, they're able to spot HyDra out. They should know that he hopped up underground, and there you go. Zed gets that kill, you get the clearance. You know everyone else is going to be coming from top green. You are down by 90 points in this moment. You use the artillery for the opening for this hill to look for that full 60. We'll see if they can make the play, as you see Clay does get shut down, I think, also just before the streaks come through.
Great job. Lex, heads up play there, using the artillery, not only for destruction, for information though. You have to worry about Mack. He and Clay have made their way forward. That finds 1. Mack with the immediate trade. Good work from NYSL. It falls to Zed. Zed's dead, baby. That's 4 down. Ravens spawning out. HyDra immediately pushes the front line forward. A weapon of war he is, even though a young one. And he is going ham, baby. 4 in a row. Here comes kill number 5. Take it all back. Zed's back. Nice job. But 2:13 and climbing right now. Chance for NYSL. They've done a magnificent job on the break. There's 15 seconds remaining in this hard point. It should be all theirs. You have to be thinking about this one now for Ravens. We've got to win big here. We've got to contest. And we've got to go towards next as well. Can they maintain mid-map presence?
They're looking for it. So far, so good. But obviously a very tall mountain to climb. And even for Zed, he's just going to get shot in the back, shot in the front. Actually, somehow able to stay alive. He has help from his teammates just to clear out top Gaussian. And frankly, a stronghold so far. This has been the best hill by a mile for the Ravens. And even here on this next hold, so far so good. The AR players trying to keep him at bay, but when Clay comes through, I mean, he's got 21 kills to his name. You know he's going to be causing problems. And the fact that he's able to stay alive and finesse for that long might buy his teammates a little bit of time, and by time it does. Asim trying to keep the Ravens outside of the hill.
I think AR players, you know, having to create space to get their submachine guns into the fight, and that was a different way of doing it. But Clay, man, he's a game changer, baby. He manages to make that work fantastically. Seen from down low. They flushed out. Zed and the Ravens will maintain control here of the trash cans. Great hard point for them, and still Paul and Zap, they're finding kills all over the shop. Rotations up. Next hard point, good to go. Ravens have got to be perfect from here on out. You know the drill, friends. 231. It is first to 250. Over to Seany. Lots 1. Cuts him down. Mack's up next. Gets cut down as well. Crossfire from the Ravens. Looking on point. Over towards the dark we look. And it's HyDra in there. Lurking in the shadows. Seany's got eyes on. Will he let these players through? Is Clay? Top tank. The pinch. HyDra gets it. You still have the point for now chance, but there is a split spawn about for the Subliners.
And that was actually the idea, right? We had HyDra laying down, taking his time because he knows the splits came in. He's just trying to buy his teammates time, and that is a smart play that might pay off long term. Clayster does get traded out, but even still 15 seconds away, New York is able to take down the next hard point, and now they've got Ravens trapped in the back of their base. This should be enough potentially to get the job done.
No trophies though, so Asim is having a dip, dodge, dive, get out the way of these Semtexes, otherwise he's gonna die. There it is, finally. They get him off the point, 5 seconds to go though. You can win it here. HyDra can make his way forward. Uh-oh. Cut down by the Ravens. Clay's on the point. There's a big kill. Zap, you gotta win it. Does manage to win it. Stays alive for now. Shotzzy, you've got mid-map control. Go in the way of the Subliners. Ravens, they've got to find Mack and bring him down. They can't get it done. There's a few more here. They could get the next hard point. The contest is on though, and mate, this is it. It is all coming down to this. Subliners need a few kills, clean up the point, and manage to get on it. Here comes Clay. Zap's there, but the crossfire's in. And with that, we're going to a game 5.
Game 5, indeed. New York remained perfect, at least against London, in the hardpoint game mode. And in my mind, that was what is expected to happen. The hardpoint's too clean, and sort of what we saw similar early on, right? In the first hardpoint, we have seen making those game-winning plays. The decision from the team, as soon as the split spawns come through towards the very end, what does HyDra do? Doesn't throw away his life, just lays down and just takes the patient play and just waits. He does the same thing with Clayster to hop up on the top tank. They made sure that they set up that pinch immediately, because worst case scenario, if you're a HyDra or a Clayster and you throw away your life in that scenario, now you're just gonna get spawn trapped towards the back of the map. So it could have been a potentially devastating moment for them, but they remain ever present in the game, situationally aware, and make sure they take care of business in the hard point. Admittedly, the game was close, but pretty much all because of that trash hill, the P3 for the Ravens. They were on fire on that one, but outside of that, New York just a little bit too strong in all of this just to force that game number 5.
What's that, game 5? We're going to come back after this very, very quick break. Just get right to it. We're going to raid for game 5. It was good for NYSL. We'll see how it goes for the Ravens. Game 5 coming up after this break.
They can't stop it. They can't stop it. They can't stop it. They can't stop it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We are in for an absolute treat. Game 5 coming your way. Ravens versus the Subliners. It is going to be a raid Search und Destroy. And Chance, this one for me, man, I mean, Ravens 0-4 in this game mode. They're 0-4 in this map. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Are we going to be surprised here, NYSL? We saw what they did to FaZe. They're, what, 3-1? What do you think, brother?
Well, 0-4, definitely a bad thing. Not an ideal situation to be in, but something that is interesting, right? Like with HyDra, this New York team has only played 2 Search and Destroy maps at all. It has been Express in the Raid. Against Atlanta, they lost the Express. They won the Raid. Against London, they lost the Express. Now get to play the Raid, but obviously the flip side of that coin, even if it's a slightly more comfortable map for New York, or maybe even for HyDra to be playing on, maybe just some of the intel, the VOD research that you can do. Well, London, they have access to that. They can go back and look at, and I'm sure that they did exactly what HyDra and the boys for New York were able to do on Raid, and you can game plan around it. That being said, if you're 0-4 on the map, you're certainly not going to be too excited for it to be the necessity to win the series.
Social Soundboard powered by Astro, and it's Austin saying that Paco and Hardpoint name a better duo. That is, of course, HyDra. I mean, what, like bread and butter? Like, that's it, baby. He's having a fantastic time in the game mode. You saw his stats overall, 77 kills, I believe the 66 deaths in the day so far. The only game mode letting him down is Search and Destroy, and that's what we go to for our Game 5, of course. Search and Destroy coming up after this, and it's going to be a raid. And again, Chance, you brought it up, mate. The very fact that this is the same series we saw, the same Search and Destroy maps we saw NYSL play against Atlanta is only a good thing for the Ravens. They have time to look over that information, to work on it. But again, the same could be said there for their NYSL. They've managed to just keep hitting the same maps again and again, going for those big repetitions, looking to find, you know, some special sweet somethings. Here we go though, mate. This is going to be a very interesting Game 5 indeed. Can the Subliners clutch up once again? The Ravens, an opportunity to steal a massive series win away from a team that everyone really wrote them off and thought they'd lose to. Let's see how we go, mate. History's being written, every pixel that flies our way here in the Call of Duty League. I'm just excited, I can't hide it. My pick'em's destroyed though. Absolutely slaughtered. I don't know about the rest of you, not going well.
And I will say, whether it be pick'ems, I think I have it depends on who wins. I'm not playing any favorites, but the opportunity to be correct is still there. But I would say for the Ravens, either though they're 0-4 on this map, I still think they could probably come into this with a fair bit of confidence, man. Just the fact that Express SND, when they were really pushing the pace, is when they were thriving the absolute most. And a map like Raid is where you can afford to be incredibly aggressive on both offense and defense. So I have to imagine the Ravens, if they're letting it go through for the game number 5, I'm sure the record is not going to do it justice. The level of preparation they're going to bring to the table. It's going to be a fun battle to watch, even what they show, because they showed a ton of different looks just on the Express. I know that they have a fairly deep strat pool as well for the Raid. Looks like Bedroom is going to be in the control of Seany. Very much around, it looks like London going to be setting up and playing for picks.
Who's LA? Let's get it. HyDra's up first. In map control, all theirs. They can two-man push. They're going to play for those trades. Oh, cheeky flash. Zed and Paul, though, they're chilling. Like, they are chilling. No one's going to make the push early on. It's going to be Mack making his way over towards the A bomb site just to get a peek from that top window money. That top window money? That top money window. Come on, Ross. Here we go, though. Nice nade. Zap's ankle. The ankle! Cut down. Bomb will not get planted. Zed. Woo-hoo-hoo! Zed, nice two-piece. Makes this a little bit more interesting. 3v2. Playing Mack in the middle of the map. Oh my
playing
God.
for picks in the picks, man. That is exactly what they get. A dominant round in spite of the first blood, and shout out to Zed, makes the big play. And it's actually Paul X that gets the final kill, mainly because he picks up 3. He kills his teammate as well, but again, just from this setup, you solve the idea, play for picks, and even though Asim gets the kill there over on the bomb planter, I don't know how many people we've seen this year just get shot in the foot from that exact ankle, but the immediate two-piece for the trade, you get the man advantage. And there was no single gunfight challenge coming in from the Ravens. The teamwork was always going to be there, and for New York, a tough first round to have to deal with. Search and Destroy potentially has just been their woe.
Here we roll. It's a little bit more aggressive towards the A zone, A bomb site here, but Ravens have made the read. Oh dear, they made the read, but they didn't understand the words on the page. That won't. He was going to bring the translator, find one more kill out of this. HyDra lying in wait. Nice patience. He's got that top bomb spot. Paul, oh man, Paul is dead. Here comes a nice two-man push. Cleans out the staircase. Paul's up next. Teamwork prevails for the Subliners. Paul, though, individual skill will only get him so far. Zed in a 1v2. Now he's got some thinking to do. Again, bomb will be planted very quickly now by Mack. Ample time to get it done. Oh my word. No way, Zed. No way, Zed. Zed finds one. Makes it a 1v1. Zed, can he win the 1v1 against Mack? No, he cannot. Oh, dude, I thought he had the timing chance. I thought he had that window. That was unreal.
Oh, man, aggression is key. He did have the window, absolutely. Like, he knows he has to be in the corner. Even baited out the next shot, but just didn't trust himself for the gunfight. But whatever it's going to be, I mean, you got the AK-74, and you let Matt make the play, and Zed doesn't even shoot a bullet to try to take the kill. That is a nice clutch from New York to be able to get, because that got way dicier than it ever needed to be. A missed opportunity for London, but even still, tied 1-1. And the crouching on point. Teamwork even in the pre-match countdown.
I feel like someone could take that clip and put like some dance music to it. We're gonna have some fun with that one. Nades up and about, a different look here on the offense for the Ravens. Min-map presence once again for the New York Subliners. Very heavily favored. Big old heavy stack. Clay's just watching that push on through towards the B-bomb site from the backside of Laundry. Again, playing it quite safe. You see what HyDra is now. Tight corners. No one willing to make the move. A-bomb site's a little bit more open. Watching that game clock, you are going to see the Subliners make the play over towards... Yeah, here it goes. Towards the A-zone now, or A-bomb. Asim, what's he going to see? At this point in time, nothing, but that bomb's going to get planted.
He does get the information, though. No, Zap is either in the water or in Tiki and has him trapped, so he's going to be working with Clayster just to try to weed this player out of Tiki. Meanwhile, the other two players for the Subliners on the map working the full flank, but Paul X, keep in mind, he also has the opportunity to make a play. A lot of things happening on the map at once, but they know he's in Tiki. The bait switches here. Zap's able to get one. He gets two, and that should be good enough for the round. The spot that Zed is playing, free kills to watch the flank. And HyDra now to the effective 1v4. He knows it is done and dusted. Ends the round before he can start feeding kills to the next couple players. And honestly, too good of a setup, and for Zap, too clean in the search. I mean, he was trapped in. They knew he was there. That was a 20-second delay from him getting spotted out, and he just does not get hunted down. Big plays coming in from the kid. 3-2 to his name, and this is a game where London could have very well just been up 3-0 in round count. But in spite of that, still 2-1 lead there. Certainly happy to have.
Great setup all around from London. Not a lot of room for error, despite the, without the fact that Zap gets a dirty two-piece. Now pure aggression on defense from London. Bunny hopping their way. Paul's going to take a couple of bullets for his troubles. And this is interesting, though. Look at this. Like, Subliners have made the read. They're like, all right, back on up, turtle up for a mo. Where the hell are they? Here we go. Great reads. Bomb is going to get planted. No one in a position to really contest it. You can see the sort of explosions of smoke as the flashbangs get thrown out across the driveway here of Raid. Seany at the back. Tags on the HyDra. Three-man push through mid now for the Ravens, looking to change this once again. They're keeping the defense of the Subliners as static as they can be. HyDra. Versus Seany, big tags, here comes the kills. The Ravens, they are going for it, baby. They found themselves 2 kills. Paul through mid now. He gets one of his own. Clayster, last player left alive. And the Ravens will gun them down. It's 4 in a row for Zap. They're going to give him the defuse for the points. And the Ravens, they did not waste too much time. An incredible round.
That is a beautiful round of Search and Destroy. Just playing the mind games. Like we talked about it earlier. Just like what? Staying active on the map. They just showed so many players on the full flank coming through art. And after the bomb gets planted, they waste 0 time. Everybody wraps all the way back. And they do the retake for Laundry. So New York, they're thinking the entire time, all right, the pinch is going to come through. Seany, we know he's playing back jungle. The rest we know are going to be coming through art side. So they just didn't have the resources to deal with effectively the entire team. Wrapping back from Laundry's side. So right now in the mind game battle, London playing them like a fiddle. Up 3-1 in the game. And frankly, I mean, in one hand, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've had success going over towards A on offense. This time, this is the first round New York is not taking control of mid-map. And well, what do London figure out? Mid-map is now theirs.
It's theirs. They can do whatever they want with it. Mack, uh-oh. Did you see a player? He might have, yeah. The shots were out there. Nades are up. Oh, what a throw from Mack. Clay answers with a brilliant kill as well. A perfect start. It can't get any better right now. The bomb may have gone down, but 2v4, absolute stingers. Oh, but Zap, he's not going to be outed here. He will be able to stay in this position by Tiki. And oh, Mack, you've got no idea. You've got no idea. He's right behind you. Oh, Clay saves him. Oh my God, that was almost huge. Clay saves the day. Zed last player left alive. Max on the defuse. And Subliners, I mean, the stick was one thing. The teamwork and the awareness from Clay was another. But that was a brilliant round from the Subliners.
Oh, man. I mean, the first part of that, it's got to be nice having Kevin Durant as part of your team, making sure you have just the insane accuracy with the Semtex throw from the start. But I don't know why or how or what Clayster heard that he knew to look in Tiki, but you saw the opportunity was nearly there for Zaptius to make the hero played. It might look weird for him to have that trigger discipline, but in my mind, he makes the absolutely correct play. It's just you don't expect your teammates to be staring at his other teammates' back, but that's why Clay's got the big brain.
Amazing stuff. What a search this is. Ravens only up by 1. Much slower defense. Oh, but here comes the attack from Asim. Little head there. Oh, there he is. There's in a bit of trouble. Backs on up. Teammates are here to watch the push, though. The trades, don't let it come through. Paul's there to slow him down. First blood goes the way of the Ravens. Plays up next. Heavy tags, but look for that back and forth. Zed, the shots are in there from top laundry. He somehow gets one and gets out with his life. Clay with a counter. Oh my word, back and forth chance. Asim gets involved now, and all of a sudden, Paul's the last player left alive in this war of trades, this war of attrition. The Subliners slowly coming out on top. The Red Menace in a 1v2.
And I like the positioning as well. He would almost put himself in a bad spot, but backs up and at least gets a power position to work with. You know, he's got B on control, and he finds the pick. He knows Clayster's going to be nearby, but Clay, too quick with the challenge. Paul X might have made it interesting, but Clayster, I mean, I don't know if that was quite an ace for him. It was certainly going to be the close. That was the first. And I think Asim actually might have gotten 1 or 2 in this round, but either way, teamwork on point. Clay picks up 3 in that round. When he needs to be the hero, he absolutely delivers. Nice bounce back round for him, and more importantly, maybe long term, on a 5 spree. 2 kills away from getting some streaks, which obviously if you look at the bomb sites, very open, Miles. Very open indeed. And artillery would certainly be nice to have.
Very nice to have. Aggressive round from London. Hello. 1, 2, maybe 3. Clayster a lot there. Here comes the rest of the Subliners. Nice nade from HyDra from way downtown. That was like mid-map. Nice shot. App's going to back on up. Bomb recovered. Getting themselves out while the get is good. But you have to watch HyDra. He's going to be watching the players making their way through mid if they do. Methodical approach from London, checking every possible corner. But they're going to go through mid. They're going to go through mid. This is going to be a disaster. Zed's going to peek it. The trade's going to be there. But HyDra finds one. Asim on the next. And whoa, mid-map control finally pays off. As the Subliners will now take the lead in the search and destroy for the first time.
And this is just good mind games from both teams, man. I mean, how many rounds have we seen where New York just dominates the middle of the map, and then the first round that London tries to go mid, well, it was wide open. This time they try a similar strat, and well, New York right back in that full control, and maybe more importantly, just the coordination between teammates, between Clay with the nades and the early shots, and HyDra wiping that kill towards the end. New York certainly putting in work to make things happen, and now it's just about making some noise. That stun is going to hit probably both of these players. They back up immediately. Look at London. They get the information over towards ringside. They completely leave the site, and that is exactly when Asim and Clayster, or Asim and Mack, excuse me, move to get this bomb down. That could not have been done any better.
Seany see it. Seany see it. No, it doesn't get the stretch. He's hurt, though. Good coverage. Seany, 2 and 4 so far. It's the kill at least, but bomb does go down. If one thing Seany is not, it's a drug baron based out of Los Angeles. He's got a lot of sweet accolades on that resume, but so far not having it. See, watches the flank brilliantly. Zaptius on the trade. HyDra's still top mid. Oh, top bed said gets the kill in mid, and it all comes down to HyDra. A lone man, nades are up and about. They're trying to get him out of bed. Come on, son, wake up. Time to go to school. And he's like, I don't wanna. He brings one with him. The kills get there in the end. Seany on the defuse. There you are. Bomb defusal expert. Add that one to the resume. Ravens tied up 4-4.
SWAT Seany on point. Bomb defusal skills absolutely going to be there. And honestly, probably the biggest kill of the round, right? Just the first blood that he was able to get on the map, opening things up. And then another big kill was just Zed making the read on Clayster, going for that late pinch in through Zig. Couple opportunities for both teams to make the play, but London Royal Ravens reign supreme Another opportunity on attack for these guys. It seems like every time they take the round slow and work towards the A site, they've had success. This time, Seany's going to be doing it by himself. Everyone else actually working the middle of the map. The triple challenge coming through, and they find 2 kills along the way. The perfect opening break from the Ravens.
Nice read. Play, though. Looking to level it up a little. First kill was a nice one. One more, even Stevens. Again, look at the Ravens. They are so flexible. One goes down on the other side. They are. Seany. On planter, terrorist if you will. Not a great one on the resume, can't lie, but there you go, 4-4. It's a 2v3 situation. Zap's got the flank covered, Clay's gonna wide peek it. You saw that, the shots were there. Zap, gotta go big. He's doing this alone, got a player above him. HyDra's can make it the push. Oh no, Zed kills him in bottom bed. And Clay, 1v3. 20 odd seconds to make this work. This is gonna be tough. He can do it, but it's gonna be real hard. Seany says, nah, brah. And that is match point. London Royal Ravens.
There's that triple challenge coming through. Shots through the wall to wipe through the kill. But it's not just that. I mean, that's a round where the bomb planner is playing solo, and he's actually planting the bomb where he can get killed from any angle. But just the trust that the Ravens have in each other of saying, hey, we made enough noise towards the middle of the map. Seany, if you can get this bomb down, we will be good to go. I mean, they're just playing some of that, like the high IQ search and destroy. Making plays on the map, and, well, at least for the Ravens, complete mid-map control does go their way. They have cleared out the entirety of the map. They know everyone's got to be ring. And Paul X, certainly a man who knows his angles. He even has an idea of Asim being near that van.
You can do this all day. Seany, slow creep through jungle, making sure no one makes the wrap. You've got them trapped. You have the subliners pinned right where you want them. Asim's going to be able to slip out for the now. Checks that right-hand side. Oh, the timing. Seany doesn't know he's there. They're looking for each other. Seany's going to let 2 players creep past. Oh, here he goes. The check. Seany loses it to Asim. That's massive. Over towards the A-bomb site we go. So on the other side of the map, chance the kills are going through for the Ravens. It is a 2v3. Asim and Mack. Bomb down. Looking to hold the line. This is to keep the series alive. 3 members of the Ravens now on the retake.
And that bomb is going to be planted for basketball as well. So London are going to be able to figure that part out quickly. They've cleared out bedroom, but they're going to have a little bit less than 30 seconds on the clock to find these next 2 players. Zed versus Mack, a massive potential one-on-one. Zed, it is all about the timing of when his teammates start making the noise, and the timing is perfect. Finds the kill. Asim now for the 1v3. Good luck, have fun, and he gets killed immediately. The London Royal Ravens, job well done on raid. Seany, the longest resume in the league, and they get those next 10 CDL points. What a series, Miles, to kick off the week.
A true jack of all trades, and what an upset that is to start things off here in the Paris home series. The Ravens get on the board. An exciting Game 5 finish for them, and the first time they've won a raid, search and destroy, and that one stings. Back to the drawing board for the New York Subliners. Still plenty of work to be done for that squad, but for the Ravens, finally, a little bit of luck goes their way. A lot of hard work, obviously, but you've got to be feeling fantastic after a series like that. Clearly, though, a lot of work needs to go into those hard points. The Subliners absolutely had their hand there. There was not a whole lot they could do. A couple of moments here or there where you seem to have a bit of control, but NYSL, that one stings. No smiles today for HyDra. All things to be said, though, Chance. A lot of work still needs to be done, but hey, the beginning of a very, very exciting run, I think, for that squad in the CDL.
And it was almost the classic, just that 2-3-5 sort of victory that they're able to carve out. Even if the hard point wasn't super clean from the Ravens, they got the job done, right? You take advantage of New York's control, where they have now lost 6 in a row, and you beat them in the search and destroys, where the chemistry not quite on point. But I don't even know how much, at least for the searches, it was taking advantage of the sort of lack of chemistry that New York's trying to build. More importantly, they were just playing super clean, high IQ search and destroy. I mean, genuinely some of the finest that we have seen all year long. None of the stats are crazy. It wasn't crazy clutches. It was good setups. It was good play calls. And again, just the first blood disparity. I mean, it was what? I think 7-1 on the Express S&D, and they were running up the first bloods as well on the raid. That is just incredibly clean gameplay through and through for the Ravens. A massive win for them to get. And keep in mind, once this team gets a little bit more time to work with each other, starts carving out some of those hard points, maybe they're going to start working their way out from the bottom of those standings.
Well, we're going to have a quick look at our Scuff play of the game in a moment. We're going to give this one to Zaptius for his big old defuse. I believe it was round 4. Mate, what a series. What a map this one was. And yeah, we're going to give this one to Zaptius, our Scuff, player of the game, going to the Ravens, and Chance. Mind games from start to finish. It was a wonderful raid search to watch.
Yeah, and keep in mind, this is the round where they showed a ton of presence over towards Art. That is why the 2 players on the minimap for New York that are stuck in ring, just effectively looking the wrong direction. Now you get 3 players from the Ravens to deal with the 2 that were back laundry, and even the player that was towards the middle map for the Ravens just wins his gunfight. That has to be a moment for the New York Subliners where their comms are just hectic. They're probably just confused, completely caught off guard. And that is just another example of maybe the 5 or 6 or 7 good play calls that the Ravens had and brought to the table. There's a lot of tricks that they had to pull out of the bag, but they get the job done. Get that W started, and of course on the flip side for New York, no one would expect them to take down one of the top teams in the game and immediately lose to the team at the bottom. But that is exactly where we find ourselves, and obviously that might highlight how competitive this league is officially now going to be. Both game 5s that New York has thrown up on board.
Once they can find the, get rid of the problems of Search Destroy, get rid of those problems of Control, stop seeing those game 5s, I think that Subliners will be a lot happy about. So the Ravens, OpTic brought them down. Thieves brought them down. Here's the rebound and the hump match against the Subliners. Up next, though, Atlanta FaZe. Let's see how well they fare against the final boss of the Call of Duty League. Seattle Surge, we're rounding out their road to the major. And that, well, who knows, mate? I've got no idea where the hell we put these teams right now. What an incredibly competitive league we have at this point in time. Stage 3, halfway through, mid-season. I can't believe it. I'm actually a little bit sad. Anyway, let's have a look at what's coming up later on today. Presented by the US Army. Today's schedule, one more match. Los Angeles Thieves going up against Atlanta FaZe. That is going to be an absolute banger. Most of you thought the first one was like, yeah, whatever, it's going to be a 3-0. My ass, it was a brilliant series. What a wonderful way to start the day. Anyway, I'm going to now chat to Seany. Construction man, bomb diffuser, conductor. He might be able to fly planes. I'm sure he can cook, and I've got no doubt about it. If I needed legal advice, he'd be the guy I'd go to. After the break for our Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. See you in a moment.
The Call of Duty League is presented by Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The US Army, what's your warrior?
Dylan, wow, up over the top, not a single given. London has burst into life.
Seany up top. That is a force free for him. There's number 5.
Taking you higher, yeah, the lights getting brighter, out of control, I'm ready to move, I'm ready to go, got something to prove.
Ravens looking to cement themselves as the kings of Europe.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. It's now time for our Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. I'm joined by the man himself, construction, conductor, you name it. I've got Seany here from the London Royal Ravens. Firstly, mate, congratulations. What a win. You've got to be feeling good.
Thank you. Yeah, it's after like a long week or two, like I said, it feels great to actually get that win. It's just been a lot of team changes, as people know. So it's good to finally get some sort of a rhythm going against a good team like New York who just beat FaZe. So it's a good confidence boost for us. And we're playing FaZe tomorrow off the back of 2 losses. So we're confident.
Got to be feeling confident. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because, of course, we saw New York beat FaZe and you beat New York. You know, there's that weird sort of triangle thing going on here. I mean, you've got to be feeling good. But tell me a bit about what goes into a week's practice, you know, with you guys. Because obviously we see a lot on social media. We see it in the games. Like, it must be a real, it's got to be a slog, a real grind, you know, to keep coming back time and time again. You've got a lot of resolve to get a big win like that today.
Yeah, pretty much like right now, like it's like every week, it's like 6 days a week minimum. Like you're playing at least 10, 12, maybe more hours, and that's not even including VOD sometimes. So it's definitely a grind. I think most people probably enjoy it, but we put a lot of work in from the first day to the last day, and obviously it's frustrating when you don't get that win after grinding for a week. We've been in that rut, but now we're kind of getting out of it, so it feels good.
Right on, mate. I mean, again, you found your grind, clearly. Monsters behind you. But mate, talking about that grind and talking about that hard work, I mean, it is a job. You know, we joke about you being a construction man and all sorts, you know, every day on the broadcast, but I mean, this is your job. I mean, can you give us sort of a little bit of an insight, a little bit of feels like what it is like to be a professional gamer right now?
Being a professional, especially for us Europeans, like living in America, it's like a complete different lifestyle. We literally just pretty much just wake up 11 a.m, get to the office for 12, and we eat and just play for like 10 hours a day minimum. And then we go over VODs and other teams' VODs, and it's like it's definitely a grind, and that's 6 days a week every week. So there are a lot. I love doing like competing and putting that work in. It's just it can be frustrating when you can't find those wins, especially when there's some things outside of your control. So I'm glad now like I said, we're putting it together and we're all working hard and everyone's dedicated. And these young guys deserve it, like the amount of work they've put in. So hopefully we can keep this train going.
I know what it's like being far away from home on the other side of the world, doing this day in, day out. And tip my cap to you, mate. You're always looking fantastic, pal. Congratulations. That's it. Johnny, thank you so much, mate. Good luck there on the road to the major.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
There he is, Seany. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, of the Ravens. Massive victory there against the New York Subliners. We wish him the best of luck in the continuing road to the major. When we come back after this quick break, it's me and Chance again. We're going to be doing Atlanta FaZe versus the LA Thieves. Don't want to miss it. Coming up after this break.
Able to get the bomb. He's now had eyes on both players. And they're
That's a full flash.
They're going to score behind this. The flash hits. The flood is in. And Subliners, they get the win.
God, bro. God damn it, man. Couldn't even get pushed up there because of just nade it 17 times. Didn't have a trophy. God, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. And look at seeing those faces of all those players. Isn't it amazing how things can quickly change here in the Call of Duty world? And I've just got back from the interview space. Chances rip roaring, ready to go, baby. And we have got ourselves another banging series this mighty Thursday. Chance, the LA Thieves going up against Atlanta FaZe. Mate, what do you think?
I think maybe we need the God of Lightning to appear and dictate the series, but in my mind, this is purely just like a battle of momentum. LA Thieves, since they've picked up the current roster that they've had, since they've picked up Drazah, they've won every single series against every team they've played against, except for the reigning champs. Toronto has been the only team to take them down, so they have a ton of momentum, a ton of wind in their sails. On the flip side for FaZe, obviously they start off the year perfect, but 3-3 in their last 6, and the only time on the year it has happened to them, they are coming off on back-to-back losses, admittedly against 2 very good teams, but these 2 trains of momentum colliding. Either FaZe gets to right the ship or Thieves just get to carry on and keep going straight through teams.
We'll see if they can keep on going. One of these ships is going to get scuttled by the end of this series, that's for damn sure. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get into this one. First and foremost, there may be tiny terrors in or out of the game, but you know what? They're disgusting. We love them. This is the Atlanta FaZe. Choke.
The game has turned on its head.
Run! Run! Get onto the point! Cellium finds himself 2 more. Oh, baby! Absolutely slayed. What a magnificent comeback from Atlanta.
Brief moment to regain there for myself, but for Atlanta FaZe, the regain has to continue chance onwards. We talked about them hobbling into this stage so far. It has not been ideal. Arcitys, Cellium, aBeZy, and Simp, 4 of the most dangerous players you could imagine. You put them on the same team, and surely it's a recipe for absolute disaster. But they're still an incredible team. They have not been their usual FaZe self. I think it's fair to say.
Absolutely fair to say. And again, Search and Destroy has been the biggest factor, right? Like 3-7 in S&D in their last 10. Obviously, they bring in a new coach to try to fix those little mistakes that they might be making on the map, or maybe trying to figure out a few new and creative things that they can do. But I will say this is a team I have no fear of being able to bounce back. Maybe they haven't been quite as lethal, but even still, they're going toe-to-toe against the best teams in the world, even when they're losing. And really, those 2 in a row, I just got to imagine it's going to light a fire in them, right? They're playing on a new patch. It's an opportunity for a guy like Arcitys to get even more involved. I think they have it in them, but obviously they got to prove it, and Thieves is one of the perfect teams to take a look at Atlanta to go against.
Yeah, Thieves, they're on a bit of a hot streak. Let's see if they can keep this one going in. A squad that's made a couple of changes recently, but going now against the biggest opponent they're going to be coming across for quite some time. The other big red team in the league. Let's meet the West Coast side of it, the LA Thieves. LA Thieves coming into this series, an underdog. There's no doubt about it, Chance. Kenny, TJHaLy, Drazah, and Venom. They've been looking fantastic recently, but again, an incredibly formidable opponent they will now be facing in the forms of Atlanta. How do you think they fare in this series, mate? I think they've been looking good so far. I've been enjoying the content. I've been enjoying everything they're putting out. A storied organization here in the Call of Duty world, but do they have the mettle to go up against Atlanta today?
Well, this is the perfect team for even these guys to look at, right? Because obviously if they're what, like 5-1 in their past 6 series, their only losses to Toronto, who won the entire tournament. This is one of those teams that if you can beat Atlanta FaZe, you now know for a fact you can win a tournament as long as you keep that momentum going. And frankly for Thieves, they have all of it. Any questions we had about the roster, like can Kenny actually man AR, have been answered with a very clear cut. Absolutely they can. They've been on fire, and I'm very excited to see if they can keep it going.
I'm looking forward to another Octane tweet about how, well, Kenny, how is he even doing it? He's not a main AR. I'm looking forward to more of these jokes, man. I'm loving them. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. We're going to get into our Game Fuel keys real quick, as we're going to be talking about what the LA Thieves need to be doing in this series, my friend. Game Fuel keys to victory. Keep flying and frying in control.
And it has been the perfect indication of their success in a series. If they win the control, they win the entire thing. They've had 2 series where they go down 0-2 and they just complete the reverse sweep because control has been their backbone. So got to make sure they keep that up. And then I think the S&D map pool is also going to come into effect, right? FaZe has a couple maps that fairly frequently, for Checkmate, for example, they just love to ban and not have to deal with. So I'd say for the Thieves, it is fairly predictable about the maps that you're going to be able to get. So making the game plan should be easy. Obviously, executing the game plan much more difficult, but I don't think they're going to get caught off guard in the pick and bans.
All right, man. Well, tell me a little bit about the Atlanta FaZe game fuel keys to victory now.
I mean, really, it's just about turning the ship around. Again, recent struggles, S&D obviously going to be the highlight. We can only say it so many times, but they have taken the time, hired a new coach, brought in that extra pair of eyes to make sure that they get back to that sort of stage 1 dominance in the game mode that they have. And then again, we are playing on the new patch. Sliding is going to be quite a bit less effective. So I think the theory crafting is that SMG players across the board are going to be taking at least a small hit. It might not be anything crazy, but I mean, you're taking Simp and aBeZy. They're lighting up the kill feed. They have like 1.2, 1.3 KD, something absurd. So I'd say for a lot of times, Arcitys, it hasn't been necessary for him to drop bombs. Now his role just going to be a little bit more important. So I think as long as they make sure they get him involved, don't hang him out to dry, and make sure they keep that teamwork on point, they'll be good to go.
Here we go, Raid Express Raid. To get this one started off, we have to go all the way to a Checkmate S&D. I mean, that is going to be electric if we have to go the whole way. But here we go into map number 1. And if you're playing League Play and this map comes up, I think you just kind of scream, yes, let's get it. It's a Raid hardpoint to start things off. It's a great way to warm up and have some fun with your COD squad friends. Let's get into this one. Raid hardpoint chance to start us off. What a wonderful, wonderful map and mode combination too. Get the fans excited and raring for what will be a very fun series indeed.
Well, just for a quick note before we started off, that was my first time seeing the maps and modes because we did cast last series. The fact that Checkmate S&D gets through, that is a game changer. That is FaZe. Again, I was saying how predictable it can be of you know what maps you can expect. I can't remember the last time we've seen him play Checkmate. It was probably like 2.5 months ago. So already, you know, part of that analysis goes out the window. It'll certainly be an interesting look should we see that game number 5, but obviously we got a very long way to go before we get there.
So here we go. Start things off with the boy Kenny. Hello, Ken. Fun nicknames, a lot of fun stuff going around on social media about him right now. I hope he's enjoying that double-bladed lightsaber. His dogs have stayed away from it too. Early start from Atlanta FaZe, and get a bit of time. Venom is already on the rotation. He's already out there trying to get towards the backside of the map. Simp's going to be there to greet him at the bottom of pool steps. Going to check it. Brought your swimwear. Oh, baby! You did not bring the correct attire to be on this side of the map. You're dead. Back on spawn you go. FaZe with a nice 20-second lead to start this one off.
Oh, and this is just devastating. You got the 2 AR players right now for FaZe just set up around the hill. And, well, you give them lanes to work with. You know they're going to be hitting their shots. There's a couple more that connect. And while the ARs are locking down the ringside, the SMGs just have the presence on the rest of the map. You see right now the LA Thieves trying to make that adjustment. Oh. aBeZy's been waiting here. The trap has been set. Where he falls, Simp is there for the coverage. And even still, maybe TJ has a small opening, but he's got 3 players he's got to deal with. He's going in straight away and, frankly, just wants to buy his teammates time. Gives it the attempt. Now, Venom gets his attempt, but all the trades on point. Looks like FaZe going to be early on the hold, early on their rotation, and accruing themselves a very big lead.
Drazah brought a gun to a sword fight. Does come out on top. aBeZy, though, dives on in the kitchen, finds himself a bit of time. Once again, you got Atlanta FaZe really in control here. Here comes Kenny, though. Oh, Kenny from Money. Making cash money plays. He finds one more. It's the 3rd hit. Oh, but Simp. Right place, right time. Trades there. TJ just kills him. Teammates now flooding through. Nades in position. Atlanta FaZe take care of business here in kitchen. Look up a storm, and they're still holding on to this hard point with real tough hands. Dear. Let's just say it. Arcitys still trying to make his way towards next. Not able to happen just yet. It's going to be TJ there. aBeZy on that fast rotate. Here he goes.
And keep in mind, this is purely, they have beaten them on this rotation. I'm saying FaZe is beating them because they got 3 bodies just to deal with TJ, but he stays alive for the moment, gets traded out, and unfortunately no stick for him. Venom trying to get the trades, but there's no clearance. This is now 3 hills in a row that FaZe has just outright won that rotation battle. Maybe some hero plays need to come through for the Thieves, but so far, not so good. Even still, it's now just Cellium, just hanging out inside the point. Thieves can get nothing going their way.
I mean, the gun skill's there. Like, they're finding decent kills, but it is just rancid. That's 5 in a row for Simp. 11 and 3 overall. He will now go down. The 5 spree comes to an end. aBeZy, a couple of kills going his way. Cellium on the backside of the hard point. Venom makes it look very easy. Not an easy kill to be had. 100 points plus now for Atlanta FaZe. They are walking away with this one, Chance. LA Thieves, once again, are going to win that rotation. They're going to be there first towards basketball. Is it going to be enough, though? Simp on the prowl.
The first rotation, you could argue that Thieves have won. The question is, what kind of setup can they get? Because they still got a couple players trying to work past Tiki. Drazah's made it through, and Kenny, well, he can stay inside. He get 2 players pushed out of the back. aBeZy looking for the opening. It is one he cannot find. First set of kills goes the way of the Thieves. That is certainly a hold they're going to need, but now Simp causing problems on the back, and while he's staying alive, his teammates working the way through the front.
Well, we finally got LA Thieves on point. Here comes the break from Atlanta, and man, they have got to be vibing right now. Let's go for a quick Astro Gaming listen in with the Atlanta FaZe.
Hello. I don't see him on the stairs.
I'm going middle.
I'm with you. Main left corner.
Play for this 25.
Nade in left corner. Look at my cutout.
They give me money, they give me money.
Main your left.
I'm about to slide down.
OT.
Lane down close dead. One more.
OT. There's 3
Lane down
left.
close.
Drazah's on streaks in the room. Drazah's on streaks in the room. Go Zig.
Gotcha. Yo, I have Røkkr. I have new.
I'm watching Zig.
I have new guys. Can we get money on you?
I'm watching Zig.
I have pulled stairs. I have pulled stairs.
Oh, yeah, launch tower. Two. One tower.
Kenny kitchen.
That's my kitchen.
Venom's pillars. No pillars.
Open draws.
I went kitchen.
Nice. He has at least 1 streak.
I have Zig.
Yeah, I'll go water.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
I have ring, okay?
It's full street. Yo, he's cut out. He's going money.
I'm driving.
And money.
Money.
I
got nade. I got two. One ring.
Venom pillars.
I stay down, Chris. Stay down.
Zig. Zig. Right. No trophies.
Venom on new. 30 seconds, guys.
Zig.
I'm gonna go.
Start rotating. I'm rotating with you.
I'm rotating. You're by yourself. Take your time.
Top ready.
Where do you go?
Top.
I'm framing out.
Atlanta FaZe, Chance. Good small talk as ever, doing FaZe things, but LA Thieves slowly but surely getting back into this.
And really, purely just because of Drazah, right? We talked about them getting out rotated. They needed some hero plays, and he delivers. He gets fully streaked out, and maybe that'll help him long term, especially so on this ring hill. If they ever lose control, obviously you can just bomb it straight back, but they're going to be inside the point first. A little bit of that coverage that they want, but honestly, a lot of pressure on Drazah just inside the actual hill. Big gunfights for him to win. He turns it into 2. Last player alive going to be Laundry's side, and now Thieves know exactly where they need to look. They were down by a ton, more than 100 points. Slowly but surely, working on this comeback.
Drazah is the man. Like, there's no doubt about it. Atlanta calls him the Alaskan Assassin, and he is still making hits. Who's paying him? Where's he coming from? We put the hit out on the Atlanta FaZe right now because Drazah's still on a slay. That is 4 in a row. He's looking to get more streaks, but he could do it again. He could get himself more artillery. You may as well call it in soon, mate. You're on a 5. 15 seconds remaining, Chance. He's on a run.
Yeah, he's on a run, on a tear. FaZe right now, again, you just talk about the series being a battle of momentum, even within this game, just a battle of momentum. FaZe in the hard point first. Thieves certainly with the better spawns, and of course Drazah wanting extra score streaks to have in the back pocket. Because why would you not? Unfortunately for him, his teammates are falling just short order around him. Kenny looking for the break, flying in with the AR. He can't get it. And now Drazah, I mean, you're thinking about the streaks, but is it even that valuable?
Yeah.
You already have the artillery. How much benefit is there going to be to double up? And he gets chopped down, and Thieves lose the spawns. A perfect P2 so far from Atlanta FaZe.
It's that fine balance between I'm playing for streaks versus this is a greedy play, and it's not actually helping out in the long term. But margin for error there is so thin, and it just didn't work out. Still, the keeping the contest there is LA Thieves get back to usual business, trying to keep that hard point contested. Arcitys got mid-map controls, going to cut down a few. So 5 spree of his own now. As Arcitys looking towards a set of streaks. Can he get them? As LA are going to himself set up once again. The Thieves have themselves Garage. They're going to be sweet for now. 10 seconds on the rotation. They'll lock this down. They've got a couple of corners to work with, but Simp. Oh no, Arcitys takes care of it. I was going to say, he and Simp make their way forward. They're going to get those kills. He slides on through the tag, the contest. The war will now rage on the hard point, and Arcitys, top of the van, finds the kills. aBeZy's there for the trade. FaZe have done it again. There's the break, and that's their hard point.
Oh, that is comedy. He accidentally jumps up on top of the van and he's like, you know what? I'll just make this my home. That's fine. And at least goes for the first kill. But frankly, just the fact that you got Cellium set up over towards ring, just ripping heads as these players try to cross through. TJ might find the opening. He's surely going to get traded out. And everyone on FaZe knows the pressure has to come in from the A side of thing just because of the teammates' positioning. Venom might make it here, but he's absolutely one shot. You got 3 players stacked up for the Thieves trying to make the break, and they got to deal with Simp once you get inside, and it's the SMG duo ripping them to shreds, building up the lead, and they can win the game here. And for Thieves, I mean, you got to cross the entire map. That tick, I'm fairly certain, is going to go through.
Yeah, it was full streaks as well for aBeZy there. The tick could go through. I mean, this could be it. There's 2 players there spawning up tight, making their way in. TJ is going to take care of 2 in kitchen. You got basketball control, but wow. It doesn't land. Oh, okay, you got 1 second to go. aBeZy's got full streaks to do it. FaZe, there's no way they lose this. There's no way. Surely, chance. There's no way the LA Thieves hold on and play the most perfect hardpoint we've ever seen. Here come the streaks.
Got to deal with 2 as well. There's the first kill coming through. Knows Venom's trapped inside and maybe didn't spot out Kenny, so a small opening.
Okay.
But with that streak, FaZe now has those back spawns, and again, just 1 second is all they need. They just need to step a foot inside that hill, and Arcitys, the cutoff man, trying to make his teammates' job that much easier as his teammates trying to hit the back.
All right, Venom, he's holding it down. Simp gets an 8 kill. Oh, Simp's done it. That's it. It's over. Simp manages to land 2 there. The nade gets there. The trophy doesn't quite cover him, and FaZe finally close out the hard point. Map number 1, going to Atlanta. But hey, man, you have to give it to LA Thieves. That was a nutty comeback. Like, Drazah, I almost called him Hazard. Drazah is playing wild right now. And the team really started to light things up towards the end there. So, good signs of life there from LA Thieves. Business as usual for Atlanta FaZe.
Sort of the comeback was there like initially, but it really just seemed to be a game of streaks where at the start of the game, FaZe runs the score up, Thieves took their turn, but then they just kind of got smacked around towards the end of it. Thieves certainly more aware of when the tick actually crosses than I am, but either way, FaZe, they just had too many chains from P2 to P3 where they just completely bully out the opposition. I mean, I'm looking at the scoreboard, right? For P2 and P3, 3 total seconds of hill time for the LA Thieves. The rest of it goes to Atlanta FaZe. If you're not good on those money hills, you're going to get bullied out. Streaks be damned.
Streaks be damned. Well, that is that. Map number 1 is finished. Raid hardpoint, we bid adieu. Now, for the very first time in the CDL, we're going to see the LA Thieves play an Express Search and Destroy. It's the first time for everything, friends. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, more Call of Duty action. Don't go anywhere. See you in a minute.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL 2021 for a special discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listenings are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by Seany, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Seany Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting seany.com/gaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Do you think you know the Call of Duty League better than anyone? Prove it by playing the CDL Pick'ems this season. Make your match predictions by each day. 12 PM, you got to get in before then, because otherwise they lock and you look really stupid like some of us do. If you're right, you collect points. You can admire yourself at top of the leaderboard. Awesome prizes available all season long for the biggest winners. Don't forget to get your picks in. Believe me, it hurts. If you like Pick'ems, and we like Pick'ems a lot, Social Soundboard presented by Astro. Unscripted picked me and Chance. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Well, again, with the Thursdays, we hope you like listening to us because you don't really have a chance, or a choice, I should say, because it's just us, baby. It's our show today. But certainly the stars of this show so far have got to be the Atlanta FaZe, mate. What an opening hardpoint that was, Chance. And we go to the Search and Draw and Express. How you feeling about this one, mate? Let's go to the S&D comparison. This is it. Everyone is watching. Have they improved?
Well, I mean, again, just the fact that they're pulling out that checkmate for Game 5, in my mind, that's not a sign of desperation. That might be like the ace in their back pocket, because I just can't see any way they're not going to be good at that map. So S&D obviously been a focus point. They're breaking out some new maps, and it would be a long time since we get there, but this will be the best time to watch this FaZe team play. If they get right back to the S&D of old, or if they will continue to struggle. But I will say, with how clean their teamwork just worked in that first hard point, I refuse to ever doubt this team.
Possible to doubt them, but interesting to note again, excuse me, first time LA Thieves have played Express here in the CDL. So, I mean, what can we expect? Like, FaZe have got to just play their game. They've got to be, take the initiative, play active, as they calls it. As we go into an Express now, this could be a very, very interesting map. An opportunity, of course, for the LA Thieves to steal something away here. Let's see how they fare. This could be a tough one. Again, Atlanta FaZe have had very mixed results on this map. Who's that? Who's that popping the squat for the LA Thieves? I can see it on our screen. Someone is raring to go. So one of them is absolutely, like, we might have to, like, blow the whistle or something. They might get a full start here. They're so rip-roaring. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm trying to keep you on the edge of your toes, on the edge of your seat. Here we go, mate. Map number 2, underway.
You are exactly right. Express has been a bit of a woe point for FaZe early on, and funnily enough, the bomb not going to where everyone else is. Ooh. Aggression at the start either way, and aBeZy, well, jumps into the line of sight, but the trade is certainly going to be there. And keep in mind, this bomb is still on the opposite side of the map.
It's going to get planted. Simp's going to do what he can to stay alive, and look how hard he is to kill. He's such a difficult kill. Oh, Arcitys, come on, mate, you had one job, just plant the bomb. The rest of the LA Thieves team still holding the line, but the 3 remaining members will now make their way across, and Arcitys is doing this alone, and oh, this could be interesting. They're going to take the top stairs. They're going to go catwalk. Arcitys is watching the flank down low. Not a single one is there. Oh, God. He got gifted. Teach the timing. That's so unfortunate. 25 seconds now. 2 more kills to be had. There's 1. Venom, last player left. FaZe get it. Very unfortunate from TJ and the timing there, but Atlanta FaZe. Ooh, new looks and search and destroy, huh? There you go, round 1.
Buzz, are we finally to the point of the year where teams good at search and destroy? Is this what's going to happen?
About bloody time.
The search that London was playing earlier today was some of the finest that we have seen all year long. That is a wonderful opening strat of like, hey, you don't have to have the bomb carrier with the team. Go make some noise and just play for these fakes. I don't know if that was a Tupac special, the new coach on the team, but either way, S&D at times this year, especially in stage 1, a little bit less so in stage 2, it has been sloppy from certain teams, but now we're starting to get a little bit exciting with it. As maybe a bit of a more standard round for the Thieves, certainly working towards that A site. And well, the bomb may be at A this time, but Simp, wherever he is, first bloods will surely follow. And TJ, though, he found the opening, evens things up. You get that bomb down, you got a straight up 3 versus 3.
Yeah, this is nice. That's a lot of control now of that A-bomb site. 35 seconds remaining. Let it tick out. aBeZy, he is looking to make the entry. Here we go. Classic. Tyler Farris. Less than 30. Venom's mid-map covered. No problem. aBeZy does get it, though. Off-cam, admittedly. It still happened, though. 2v2. 20 seconds now remaining. He's going to make his way forward. TJ on the far watch. Oh, that's a lot of intel. 2 players there. Immediately, Venom's going to go for the pounce. Is he going to be able to get these players? aBeZy does manage to get 1. Less than 10 remaining now. Not a lot of time to go. Venom's got to check it once. There's the shots. The bomb will nowhere near be defused. The kills aren't there. And FaZe getting shot at in mid-map certainly cost them there. Nice round to the Thieves.
And shout out TJ as well. He absolutely makes the play that wins them the round, right? Simp gets the first blood, but you trade out the 3v3. And the fact that TJ was able to get through and get the opposite side catwalk control, even though he gets cleaned up eventually, he buys his teammates so much time that for Venom, it's the easiest play in the world. He thought for a second, jump out that window, but he knows better. If he has to mantle back in and makes any bit of noise, that might be the only advantage FaZe are gonna need. So plays it cautious, nice and patient. Gets the job done, and again, TJ 1 and 2, but that kill absolutely massive for the previous round.
Huge, very huge. Bit of a headbutt. Seany, nice work. Shots, nice tags. aBeZy though, what the hell? How did he get through? How did he get that kill? Either way, it won't matter much. LA Thieves, they win the trades. 2-1, a nice quick round, a fast one. Get it under your belt. Let's see the final moments here. This is from Drazah. Good stuff all round. Lovely shots. The kill box sometimes chance that bottom terminal, but get it done fast.
It's very difficult if you don't get the first blood when your entire team is stacked up down low. It just has devastating consequences. So, I mean, hey, very FaZe might not have got the round win, but showing a couple different looks. Obviously, they love the aggression towards B, but mixing things up just a little bit. Thieves potentially going back to Old Faithful. Keep in mind, they did get first blooded towards the middle of the map last time around, so a little bit of pressure on Kenny to not allow the same thing to happen. As you can see, already for FaZe, you got aBeZy working the top hallway. They are very active on the map.
Yeah, he's got a lot of mid coverage there. Kenny has Simp on the flank. His timing could be amazing. Oh my god, Arcitys walks straight past. TJ gets it. Simp now just above him, 35 seconds remaining on this bomb. They've got no idea Simp's here. How much noise has he made? A little bit there, a little bit here. Big gunfight win once again. aBeZy now. Oh my word, he climbed up behind Drazah. That's huge. Comms must have been in the way there. 2v3 situation. Oh my, now it's a 2v2. Less than 20 on the clock. You gotta go, FaZe. Gotta find those kills quick. They've got bomb site control, but they don't have the kills. Venom, Kenny, back to back. LA Thieves make it 3-1. They're on Express.
3-1 and clean rounds. And again, TJ, just a big part of the reason why. It's really just come down to how big of time has been a factor. FaZe just not giving themselves a ton of time to work with for these retakes. And even still, I think you gotta, for FaZe, switch it up a little bit. Try to get a bit more information because TJ just keeps finding his way through. Play whatever credit spot he wants, but try to open up the round. And of course, the remaining cast. I mean, Kenny was the man effectively, at least at the start, responsible for watching the flank. Gets the job done through the middle of the map and picks up 3 kills. So Thieves putting in work. As FaZe, well, you talk about the aggression they love at the B site. They are here once again, but nobody's home. Thieves, they try to get that stack over towards A. Bit of a hard read coming through, and Cell gets the first blood.
Nice trade out. Hello. Venom. Inside ticket. Great bit of work. Bombs down right on top of the site. You got a decent bit of coverage right now against Cellium in a premium position. A lot of players dancing around here. Knows that Venom's on the inside. Here comes aBeZy. Into the Venom trap. No one has the antibodies to deal with him right now. Cell, you got it? Not a chance. Venom. Sitting pretty. Inside ticket. Injects himself into 3 of them. In a slow and steady decay. Atlanta FaZe showing Express chance. It just continues.
Got in just such a good job of playing his life. Obviously, you had quite a bit of support. If your entire team is over towards the train side of things, makes it that much easier. But even the first blood he was able to get on Arcitys, or not the first blood, but the first pick for him, rather, opens up the round quite a bit. 7 and 2 for the kid, 5 spree as well. But for streaks that might not be needed, they've had so much success just working this A site. If they don't broke, don't fix it. But of course, for FaZe, well, they're tired of TJ going through and causing problems. They have triple stacked this A site.
They're close. Arcitys, ooh. Not enough to get it. Simp backs up aBeZy. That first blood comes through. The trade on it. TJ makes it 2v2. Cell last player left alive now as Kenny finds his. Cell's got to come across map. Oh, nice job though. This is a decent spot to be in. Eyes on, doesn't see anyone there. Thieves are going to hold the bomb chance. They're going to hold it and not plant just yet. This could be devastating for Atlanta.
They didn't know before, they certainly know now. Cellium in that top catwalk position, and frankly, it's easy to get the bomb down from this spot. TJ just plays back and forth for information. As long as you do not get picked, you are good to go. Successful at that, Thieves. Running away with this game. And frankly, so many of these rounds are actually coming down to a situation that's like very close, right? You're just getting that one extra man advantage, someone making a big play, because the way this round started, it was Simp and aBeZy that gave themselves the man advantage, but eventually it just came down to the fact that Cellium was all the way across the map, not in a spot to help out his teammates. And eventually the swarm was in. Where Venom fell after his 5 spree, well, Kenny is still on his, but will it make any bit of difference? Once again, for FaZe towards B, they have had just a 0% success rate every time the retake is going to be in. So you got Thieves very happy to stack up over towards A once again.
It's good practice, though. Oh, you get Simp. Not today, my friend. A's there. Another one should get Arcitys, but here comes the push. The 4-man run from the Thieves. They're going to be hitting that ramp. Arcitys, run, my friend. aBeZy. Oh, what a catch! Holy dooly, slides right into it. They're going to still hold this one, but the Thieves will just charge through. There is no fear whatsoever. Oh, baby. LA Thieves, what a round. What a round, man. That was so dominant. That was disgusting. Like, nothing went right for Atlanta there. Not a single thing. That was unbelievable. Welcome to, what, the perfect record and express, 1-0.
As it turns out, not too shabby on the back, but I mean, this last round, pure and utter domination. The rest of the game, a ton of these rounds came down to these tiny little things. Time on the clock, someone mentioned the clutch play, the big moments in between. So the rounds themselves, for the most part, were close, but Thieves just playing incredibly clean from start to finish. Every single retake on point. They got the sticks when they needed. They got the clutches from Venom when they needed. And even just looking at the stats, maybe not a massive disparity in the KD department. Really just Kenny and Venom having a comfortable game. And even the 6 kills that TJ got for the first 2 they had on each offensive round, the kills he was getting is setting his teammates up so well. And for Thieves, well, they are happy for the dominant performance in Search and Destroy. I liked what I saw from FaZe, at least that very first round, but I mean, after that, maybe that 3-7 record in their past 10, now 3-8 in their past 11, that is definitely going to be in the back of their minds.
Crazy Search and Destroy. We've seen 2 bangers on Express today, but we're now going to take a quick look at our US Army tactical play. We're going to give this one to TJ. It's going to be round 4. Absolute shenanigans. I mean, there were many rounds here, Chance, where they, where, you know, everyone on LA Thieves went big, and, you know, it was just a wicked concerted effort from all of them. But walk me through this one, mate. What happened here?
I mean, really, it's just the initial kill, right? He just gets so far behind the enemy lines. The bomb has already been planted. By the time they clear TJ out, you got, what, less than 30 seconds on the clock. Meanwhile, you still have pressure all over the map. So even though they get the kills, eventually they just have to start rushing in at things, and they just get picked apart. Kenny just roaming the middle of the map. Venom does his job over towards lockers as well, and there's just no time to take your time to clear all these things out. Thieves putting in work.
Massive work already for the LA Thieves. We are tied up 1-1 in the series. Now we go to a raid control after this very quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere, friends.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scump, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by USAA Insurance. We offer insurance that's made for the military community to help them easily protect what they've worked hard for.
This should be fun.
Let's go.
What's your type, little mama? Come up on a funeral, I'ma see. Ride this thing packed like a llama. Wanna get cut up, tell her nana. Ay, yes, all on me. Ay, 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 ay. It's all on me.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Let's talk Drazah. He went wild in the first hard point despite the loss, sitting at 24 and 24 today. But, mate, he's been playing fine so far for the squad. Again, coming in, replacing Slasher in the LA Thieves roster chance. Talk to me about Drazah. Give me a little bit of love for the Alaskan assassin.
I mean, the kid's just a talent, right? Whether he's running like an MP5 in one game or the Crimsix in the other, he just brings out just ridiculous domination, right? Even just from the record, he was the player that when they picked up, they started going on this like ridiculous spree that they have had across the board. Maybe their hard points their weakest at like 5 and 5. That's still a very strong record. Their match record is insane. And again, their only loss they have had since they picked them up was to Toronto Ultra. That was a tournament that the Ultra won the entire thing. So they've been incredible. Obviously, we've seen them with a great deal of resolve. The bounce back, obviously on point. Not even just for this series where they go short map number 1, bounce back in very strong fashion on the Express, but even when they're going down 0-2 in series, they just bounce back. It's a team that looks like they are just having a ton of fun. That being said, every single map where they have, or every single series where they've won the control, well, they've won the entire thing. They're only lost in control since they picked up Drazah. They lost the series, and of course you saw that control record for Atlanta FaZe. This is one where FaZe, they just want to put it away.
That was the quick scope brought to you by Scuff. And FaZe, can they put this one away? Raid control coming up next chance. And again, we talk about control a few times. Rules have changed here and there. Again, thanks to the people at Treyarch for sticking with us here on this crazy competitive journey. The control rules update is the overtime. So each round has 2 points and each point has 3 segments. We call them, what do we call them again? Oh my God, my brain's gone. Chance, what do we call them? Ticks. We call them ticks, that's right. But we call them segments as well sometimes. So the team with the most segments captured will get the defense in round 5. That is huge. Now, if both teams have the same amount of segments or ticks captured, the tiebreaker will go to the team with the most kills. So you'll hear us bring that up throughout the time. Again, we sometimes use the term ticks and segments interchangeably. We'll do our best, friends, to make sure it stays as simple and as fun and as exciting as possible here in the Call of Duty League. Raid control coming up next, and we will be going to that Moscow hardpoint at the very least. Should we get all the way to that Checkmate, search and destroy, that's going to be a fun one. That's going to be spicy. Another chance to see the Atlanta FaZe search and destroy in effect. Will it be another LA Thieves victory? Who knows? God, exciting stuff here in the Call of Duty League. A massive upset already to start the day with the Ravens winning against the Subliners. Could LA Thieves do it as well? Chance? Woo! Who knows? We'll find out. We now get ourselves into that raid control.
Doesn't sound like you're ready to rock with that voice hitting that pitch, but just to highlight again the importance of this raid control. If you're looking at even the map 4, FaZe has been undefeated on Moscow. Whether it's hardpoint or search and destroy, it's like 11-0 total on that map. So they're ridiculous in that regard, which in my mind just means for Thieves it is extra important that they get this control win. It certainly doesn't mean that they're not capable of winning on Moscow. They're a strong hardpoint team on that map as well, but you do not want to find yourselves down to Atlanta FaZe, as now we load up to this raid control to get the ball rolling.
Here we go. Heavy stack over towards that B zone for Atlanta FaZe. It's going to be a 3-man push. Drazah slows all of them down with one nice little Semtex, but aBeZy not to be stunted. Here comes the flood now. Great awareness from aBeZy. First blood, you name it. Tags up. There's 2 apiece for both sides. Arcitys going to make that B zone open and available. We'll jump on it. Watch out for the counterattack now from the LA Thieves. Or not.
Oh, Venom's just going to get caught as well. I think he might have expected Arcitys to have pushed through towards basketball because, well, you can see his teammates set up and ready to go. Arcitys at least takes 2 players to the grave with him. Is you can see the idea from FaZe. They want this middle map control. They eventually clear out Kenny from inside of their base, and now it's about the decision making. Which point do you want to go to? They are drifting towards A, but Simp caught in a tough situation, and he does get traded out. Close game so far, and FaZe finally finds some pressure towards the objective. You got Arcitys on A.
On A indeed. Nades are in. Arcitys gets flooded out. Kenny flushes him out. Takes good care of him. Go on the defense towards A. Quick drain. Managed to take care of those members of Atlanta FaZe who are pushing on up. Here comes Drazah on the left flank. Finds one. Quick reposition. Timeless. Cellium there a little bit quicker. Does manage to land the kill. Now TJ. Oh, what a peach that is. He does manage to hurt him. Nice throw from Tej. Catching that player out by Pool. There is less than 25 seconds remaining here. And already, LA Thieves are looking fantabulous on the defense.
Fantabulous indeed. Teamwork has been on point. Anytime you see FaZe like working their way towards one site or the other, well, someone is always sitting there waiting. Kenny 5-1 by the way on a 3 spree and does a nice job of staying alive. The swarm is potentially in as Kenny and his teammate are going to be working the full flank. Kenny gets chopped, but Venom, the flank is in, able to pick up at least one. Trades do come through, and we might be about to the point where Thieves might chalk this one up. Drazah is going to be up top launcher, but yeah, you see the idea. Everyone drifting back over towards B, and for FaZe, you don't want to give up bedroom control and aBeZy, the cutoff man, at least trying to take down one. But number 4 has gotten through.
Simp plays the most awkward angles so well. Oh, he saw that player slipping of money. Here comes Cell to back him up. Hello, Drazah. Sneaky. Wow, back and forth we go. No one willing to let up anything. Those first few kills are going to be huge. Simp, checking these corners. Will he check for Kylo Ken? Yep, he does. Nice trade. 44 seconds remaining chance. Life count still very good. A lot of teams got time to work with. Oh, Drazah. Oh, can't get the trades again as both teams. So effective. This is going to be it, mate. 30 seconds remaining. And he's trying to make something big happen.
Oh, nice shots as well. Just able to find the one, trying to slow down Cellium. Staying alive is important and successful at that, but the flank's coming through. That is now 2 kills, maybe make it 3, as Venom's going to be 1 shot. They know they have him trapped in Tiki. The time is ticking. 15 seconds left on the clock. Arcitys is the closest player to contest, and you don't even want him to be the guy in this situation. He's on a 5 spree. You want someone to be able to bait for him, and Cellium's trying to make it happen. He's able to find one. Drazah's in the back, the 6 spree, and you got to get on the point. Clock has been stopped, but Arcitys still by himself.
That's huge, though. Nice job holding the line down. Here comes the push. Arcitys takes care of one. The second as well. Oh, baby, gets himself streaks. No lives left. The nade lands, and aBeZy holds the line as well. TJ with the last-minute heroics, but Cells on the point. 0.3 seconds remaining. There are no lives left for Atlanta. Oh, my word. They're about to stack on up. Here we go. This is unbelievable. 1 push is all it's going to take, and oh, they've done it. Atlanta FaZe snatched that one away from the jaws to defeat. Arcitys, what a play that was to get the team on point, and we will be treated to it. What a start to the control.
And look, we talked about that as the start of like SMGs potentially taking a hit. I know that Simp and aBeZy are almost always the exceptions to the rule, but this just highlights even when Arcitys needs to get involved, absolutely capable of making the massive plays. I would have chalked it up and been happy just to get both of those streaks, even if they don't win the round. But talk about the heroics, not just from Arcitys, but everyone that's getting on the point in those final seconds. I mean, Cellium sliding it with just 0.3 on the clock, but hell of a first round. I mean, they spent the first minute just basically getting trapped in their base. No love at all, but they crawl away with that first round win and now to start off this opening break. Mid-map control certainly in their hands, but the A zone is open. Arcitys, if he ever wants to, can absolutely streak them off this point.
Man does what he wants. TJ looking to buy some space. If purchase order comes through, waiting on the invoice. Might have got it. Got it for free. What a deal. Stops that clock. Still capturing the A zone. Venom. Oh my god, what an awkward fight this is. Wow, he wins it. No way. That was brilliant. A point secured. Loads of lives. Plenty of time. Take your time, boys and girls. Through the kitchen we go, and this should be a fun one. Cellium on the back finds one. It's like, well, what the hell is going on? These mans are cracked. Everyone is cracked. Chances, pandemonium. Over towards the point we go. A lot of members, though, the LA Thieves, they're in position to make this one get interesting. Simp's going to kill him out. 2 minutes stopped on the clock. Simp trying to get the defense.
And interesting as well, Arcitys is the player with the streaks. He's just calling out to his teammates, hey, everybody's coming through mid-map or they're flanking around all through ring. And, well, when you have this situation, you got number 8 aBeZy. If they're spawning up laundry, they know that the pressure is going to be inside the kitchen. Cellium potentially trying to watch that cross. They just want to clear these players out. See how effective the teamwork is. But where aBeZy falls, the double challenges through. Might be a team kill, but Thieves, they were able to potentially get through the back.
It's unlucky, but it's not that bad. Venom managed to kill that player in top bedroom. He's allowed to reposition. Keep that presence on the B zone. Segment complete. 2 remaining. LA Thieves can get back up 1-1. aBeZy's finding kills in the kitchen side of things. That's going to be a lot of presence now open up. Simp looking for the peak on the Venom. Nice job. Oh, Sally takes care of Arcitys as well. But you stop the second segment of B being captured. Minute 30 remaining on the clock. Lives about even.
I'm under the impression this is going to be a round that might just come down to time on the clock. Minute and 20 left might seem like a lot of time, but this has been very patient gameplay. You're going to be able to have maybe 3 clean pushes, but you only need 1 to work. You got money control in the hands of Thieves, and more important, bedroom control as well. Simp now trapped inside a Tiki. Cellium up top does not get traded. He finds 2 as well, and Venom looking for the 3rd. The teamwork on point. FaZe another defensive stand. Took about 30 seconds to make it happen as Thieves spawn up, gear up, and get ready to go once again.
So good on the defense, man. They just lock down that back kitchen so brilliantly. On the inside of kitchen, though, you've got Thieves, and they're in the money. Simp's trying to make this real dangerous. Oh, what a position to be in. 1 tagged up, no kill. Got a Krig in hand, though. This could slow him down big time. Oh, Drazah gets the trade. Still hurt. Slowed him down. That would have been devastating because his teammates were nowhere near. Simp with the heroics. 30 seconds remaining now. Trophies everywhere. I wouldn't throw a thing. Here comes the streaks from Arcitys. Late, but better then than never. And the first will land. You know exactly where Venom is. Kenny, top bedroom, backs on up. Wise move. Here we go, chance. 15 seconds remaining. Last chance push from the LA Thieves. Oh my God.
I mean, last chance push, and they're getting bodies on point, right?
Oh
10 seconds left, and that is going to be not a clean 4 down. aBeZy wins a big one, but he does get traded. 3 players stacked up, and for Arcitys, you might need to call this in.
It might have to be in.
It might be
gonna
too late. It's going to be too late.
Oh my God. There was like 3 guys on point. That went by so fast. LA Thieves bounce back with a nice round and make the streaks. He did hold on to the artillery. I'm pretty sure on the ping as well. He didn't call it in. Saves it for a rainy day. Not that you get too many of those in LA, but still, mate. Wow. Great stuff from both teams.
I mean, these are ridiculous rounds. You put so much trust, and I don't think he called in the artillery, so he gets it for next round. But even still, I mean, if you're going to make that commitment, you just have to call it in sooner. But Thieves, so much pressure, able to get through again. We said, what, maybe 3 attempts to get to the point, but you only need 1. Successful in the final moments. Stressful rounds as well. I mean, I'd say both teams on offense, just no love, no life they're able to get for so long, but eventually able to crawl away and make that play. As you can see, FaZe now working towards this B site, but again, it is just slow, impatient gameplay looking for these kills.
Drazah in a busy bar. DJ, ooh, just very close. Arcitys holds up. Close range fight with the Krig. Venom, empty mag, 5 bullets. Arcitys once again finds that great timing. Just in a minute, Drazah can't quite stay alive from under the waters. A murky grave he will have, but Kenny back on the defense immediately, and they are throwing lives at the point, but the trades are there. That is going to keep the favor in the hands of the LA Thieves for now on this defensive round. Over towards the A zone we go for Atlanta. 2 members in on the point. Number 6, Cellium, watching the push though through that side of laundry. And I mean, he's unaware at this point in time. No one's coming from that direction. It's all through mid.
Through mid indeed, and again, just the patient style from both teams, right? Not too quick on the retake. Venom just falls off the map. I don't even think he was like being bothered over towards bedroom. So a life gets thrown away. FaZe certainly going to be able to capture A. They do not have bedroom control, but a situation we have seen many times. You get a minute and a half to work with just to capture this B point. And I think the biggest issue they're having for the moment, aBeZy, I don't know if he knows that Kenny's in the back, but it is 3 players for Thieves stacked up around bedroom side of the map. And for FaZe, 3 players trying to work the full flank, and well, they find the pick they needed. Now Drazah potentially might end up getting spawn trapped as well. This is what Cellium's looking for. Drazah, he doesn't want to get put in the blender. Potential's there in FaZe. Well, they got 2 bodies on point.
Kenny, nice 2-piece from Kenny. Makes it a 3. Brilliant stuff. With that, you drain the point. That huge push from Atlanta FaZe just snuffed out there. aBeZy will end the run, but the damage has been done. 1 minute remaining. That horizontal line we drew through the map 1 moment ago is now gone. Atlanta making their way through bedroom side. Here we go. Into the pool, they will go. Drazah's going to be the first line of defense. How many players will he run into? Mid-map and arc control now for LA Thieves, but it's not going to be that impactful for the time being until they start making the flank. And here comes that horizontal push, but Arcitys. Keep going. Gets the kill, and on the point we go. 30 seconds remaining. God, he made me work for that one, but dude, they're on it. FaZe starting to get the cap. How long can they hold this for? Simp through mid. TJ gets the trades. Kenny trying to get him off point chance, but they're losing the B zone.
And Arcitys again, by the way, just finding these kills somewhere on the map. And, well, Kenny knows he's weak. Doesn't want to get gunned down, but that's 2 ticks that have gone through. You're going to have to sprint to this point. If you don't want it captured, you're going to have to fly out into a crossfire. TJ gets caught trying to flank. The teammates trying to flood through basketball, get punished. And I think Kenny, he might know. Or actually, they might be able to get it. Simp with the last gunfight win, though.
Oh, man.
The SMG's able to pick up 2 and get the job done. Too much pressure on the hill. And, well, the shark attack that is Arcitys, the man that opens up the play that makes it happen. Wonderful stuff, and that is what? 3 offensive rounds in a row, 3 times where teams, again, incredibly patient to set up these breaks. Had it not been for the heroics of Kenny, maybe halfway through that round, FaZe maybe gets that point a little bit sooner, but effectively all that play did was delay the inevitable.
Wow, nice rounds again. Atlanta, wonderful offensive rounds, man. I just had a strange epiphany, and bear with me here, fans. Is the Baby Shark just a remix of the Jaws song? Think about it. Think about it.
Baby Shark,
If you just change the do-do-do-do's.
Yes?
If you change the do-do-do-do's to the you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, fine, forget it. Into the next round we go, chance. Swiftly into the next round. aBeZy's 2-piece there goes unanswered. And it is a nice hold. Arcitys, oh my god, already starting to throw the daggers. Looking to make this a 3-1. Looking to go fast here. You are keeping the LA Thieves truly pinned. aBeZy from up high. Finally drops to Drazah. Starting to get a bit of air into the lungs now. Some breathing space to work with. Oh no, Arcitys once again. Straight back to it with a gut punch. You're winding the Thieves once again. Anyone there to check it? Both down low. Arcitys still with a decent amount of control. Oh man, this is just timing is so good right now. 3 spree for him. Chance, 40 seconds left. FaZe with an iron grip on raid.
I mean, you've got the main shark making plays all over bedroom, finally gets taken down, but even the baby shark on the flip side of the map, I mean, aBeZy opens up with what, like a 5 spree. He's just been constantly a menace around the map, and frankly, just a tough player to identify. Cellium's got the mid-map cut off, and well, he might be looking for 2. Drazah does get the trade, but that time is a ticking off the clock, and for Thieves, well, you see the idea, the commitment. They're trying to go to ring. Drazah gets caught on the cross along the way, and keep in mind, Arcitys still has that artillery if he wants to try to put it away here, and frankly, if there's only less than 12 seconds on the clock, I say go for it.
Yep, let him have it. aBeZy looking for the picks. Just waiting, finding angles. Lives to work with. Simp catches a Kenny. And a TJ2. Nice work. Final 10 seconds, and here's the streaks, and that is it. The death knell. It will ring out over raid. Final few seconds. Arcitys going to get 2 for his troubles, and it's the 3. Wonderful, wonderful work from Atlanta FaZe on raid control. A 3-1, and a dominant one at that.
And just talk about the playmaker that is Arcitys. Again, aBeZy may get the best play of this round, but the artillery, the dagger towards the end. Arcitys, once we see those stats, put up a ridiculous score line in the control. I think the highest kills in the lobby by a decent margin. And this is a control that has been the deciding factor for Thieves since they've developed this current roster. Well, they fall short here against FaZe. We get to test their resolve, but I'd say for Atlanta, they're going to be very happy to have the lead in this series. You got the Moscow for that game 4, but even still, those stats assuredly ridiculous. Arcitys nearly 6K damage, 33 kills to his name, most of them objective kills at that. Man, absolutely put in work on raid control.
Huge stuff there from Atlanta FaZe. They will take the lead in this series and a very comfortable driving seat to be in as well. We go to a hard point next. We're going to throw this one to a very quick commercial break, and upon our return, friends, we're going to Moscow for the hard point. A favorable position to be in right now for Atlanta FaZe. We cannot count out the LA Thieves, baby. Be right back after this break.
Antibodies is correct.
Welcome back to the Call of Duty League, Atlanta FaZe, LA Thieves, as we roll now into a Moscow hard point. Chance, if it's my room or if it's the series, but things are getting very, very hot in our final match of the day. Hardpoint KD ranks here for Atlanta entering today, and dude, it ain't bad. There's a very special man on the board there, maybe at the bottom, but he's certainly at the top of the leaderboards.
And I will say, I've seen enough comments like criticizing Arcitys for like quote unquote weaker gameplay from stage 1 and stage 2. This is literally the team that like perfectly encapsulates there's only so many kills on the map. If you have the SMG duo that is by far the most dominant in the league, the AR players just aren't going to be able to throw up a ridiculous KD. He's chilling around a 0.95 and they get what? A first place and a second place, and people still criticize as if he needs to continually show how good of a player he is. So it's a weird thing to be critical of, but hey, obviously Arcitys is very aware of how good he actually is. And then on the flip side, well, the KD is not quite as strong on the flip side. Granted, they've had a bit more success as of recent, but even still, I think the bigger thing is not the KD, but actually just the map that we are going to. Moscow Hardpoint. It has been quite some time since FaZe has played on it, but for good reason. Undefeated on it, I believe 5-0 for the Hardpoint. Even better, I'd say in the Search and Destroy. They've yet to lose this map the entire year long, but Thieves want to square up, go toe-to-toe, and see if they can take them down and be the first team to do it. They're certainly a team that is not shabby on Moscow either, but obviously they're playing with fire.
Here we go, mate. Here we go. Oh, man, I'm interested to see, because just as you said that, like this, you're right, I totally forgot. This is the first time we've seen anyone go up against FaZe on Moscow in a long time. What kind of turbo confidence are the Thieves rolling with to be like, yeah, we'll take him. We'll take him on Moscow, let's get it. I'm excited to see this one go down. The battle of the red teams. So this one of the Reds may be dead, but we'll see. Until the next match, of course, they always respawn. We do have to go to that checkmate game 5. God damn, let's get it, mate. Moscow, game 4. Here we go.
Keep in mind, if Thieves are letting this map go through, that means they at least have the small benefit of starting on the good side, but they better they take full advantage. You have Kenny maybe locking down the street, but nobody's home from FaZe over there. Everyone just about inside the actual hard point. And the first blood, honestly, it's like a round of S&D waiting to strike. Thieves get the first couple, Simp with the immediate response, and the trades are there, but the trades on point. Kenny, last man standing inside the hill. Thieves get the job done on the opening break. Nice and controlled.
We are screaming bloody murder on the point here. Man alive, Cell. That could not have been a sweeter two-piece. Lined up for the stick. What a throw. Man, this has been an electrifying first hard point. No, like, not giving up a second. Now you've got a bit of clearance. Atlanta find the kills, making their way in towards next. But again, you do have the Thieves spawning up for now. Kenny. Hands with a Krig, finding the damage there from up top, making his way forward though. A lot of time to be had here for Atlanta FaZe still. He can give himself a decent little cushion before they move forward. Venom gets stuck again, and more sticks. We've seen 2 sticks right off the rip here. Arcitys making the streets clear. A safer place with him at the helm. Now he returns to the backside of police department. TJ can't get away from it. Another near stick. Arcitys on a 4 spree.
Horizontal explosions not always going to impact, but you talk about the ARs just running the street, flipping the spawns, and FaZe looking to run away with this game. Everybody from the LA Thieves going to be funneling in through what looks like the middle of the map, but they're getting picked off before they can even attempt the good push that they have. The 2 players towards the middle, well, I mean, Simp, he can just pick either direction of work after the AR's on fire. 5 spree for Arcitys, 4 for Cellium, and across the board, everyone streaking out for FaZe. Thieves got to chalk it up and make sure they lock down this next setup because they'll be going to P3 down by quite a bit.
Yeah, going down by a bit. I'm keen. I'm keen for a listening if we can get it. LA Thieves have got a little bit of climbing to do here. I'm interested to see how they hold this one, and if so, how they go for the breaks. Let's go for a quick Astra Gaming listen in with the LA Thieves.
Shouldering. Yeah, they could easily be bank right
Up in the back.
Yeah.
I'm sure. What's front of me, still?
You can read deep right.
Still front, weak.
Close steps,
Still front, dude.
Close steps.
I'm
Stuck one.
I'm looking over.
I'm
Weak Simp.
helping you.
Deep right too.
Okay.
Deep right.
That's
Spawn on globe.
I'm my front.
Is he deep right? You said?
Yeah, there's 2, yeah.
On the steps.
I'm reaching Simp.
I'm my front, bro.
It's really weak on the steps.
Alex in the back.
Push it right here, yeah.
I'm two front. They both come back. There's 2 front.
Back.
Okay. I spawn front, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna play front with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at some of this time. That's 20 yet.
I'm back bank.
Okay, nothing left top. Give me front top. He's front top lane now. First time lane now, still. Dead.
All the way back.
Down. Close. Last guy, RC's.
This one is last one in the back.
Alex, step back. 2 in the back. Come 1 shot.
Are you bank?
Yeah, I'm in bank.
Okay. Trying to get to you. I got time.
I'm in gold right now.
Arnold, Alec, 1 shot. 2 Arnold.
I'm flashing gold.
Yeah.
Back bank.
He's going to bank right now.
I'm trying to
Two bank.
Hey, I'm busted. Shot
Yeah,
Bust on me, BZ. Absolute bust.
Yo, Alec,
Absolute pillar.
Okay.
Alec,
I'm pushing mid.
I spawn close. One guy's left side.
I want to time.
Here, I'm coming with you, Zach.
Deep left.
Go window.
Absolute deep left.
Our
globe.
Alec, come bust. I spawn up PJ.
I spawn PJ too. I can get the guy to bust my BZ bust.
I'm coming.
Nothing big. I'm in your head, bro.
At the bus, he might be looking for y'all.
Well, chance. Decent small talk. Thieves making a bit of a comeback, but it's tough, man. It's just like Atlanta FaZe have got such a hold on this map. Holy what? Holy shark.
Yeah, I mean, this is Atlanta FaZe. I think they just came with the game plan, play everything perfectly, have great teamwork, take your time, don't rush into anything. Because, I mean, across the board, like a 4 KD, 2.0 KD, everybody just lighting up the kill feed. And admittedly for Drazah, like, he's had moments where he's making things interesting, but either way, first set of rotations go through. The other team is like nearly doubled your score, and keep in mind, Arcitys, I think he got first blooded in this game and then immediately goes on a 7 spree and picks up the artillery. So long-term FaZe is going to be in a fairly decent spot. First the streaks, then the spawns for new. They don't want to give away too much of this hill time though, so aBeZy going for the contest, able to take down Venom behind the tree, but credit's due for the Thieves. They are certainly fighting back, and they have successfully flipped those spawns. Maybe the comeback is in.
Oh, hello, Kenny! Hello, Kenny! Welcome to the bench! Oh, that spot of the map, like, I don't see many kills like that from that position. Kenny just went huge. Some people call it, what, couches? The bench is like, oh, my Lord. Kenny, we're back in the game, dude. This is nuts. Kenny, do it again. Another 3-piece. Just do it. No, Kenny, go back. Yes, Kenny. No, Kenny. Oh, what a map this is. Made it sound like Kenny got benched, like welcome to the bench. This is a great hard point, dude. I was ready to count out the LA Thieves, man. They are back. Drazah's on a 4. They got control for this one. They're going to be pushing for next 2. Let's get it.
This has been a battle of the AR players as well, right? You had Arcitys and Cellium lighting up the kill feeds early. Now it's been Kenny and Drazah taking his turn. That's number 5 for him. Best way to counter some streaks is some streaks of your own. Arcitys not electing to use the artillery, and well, maybe they don't need it. Able to get TJ outside of the hill, but only for a moment.
6.
They've chipped away a few seconds, but Drazah, yeah, keep in mind, still on the spree. I mean, if I'm TJ, turn around, go bait for your teammate, help him out, work your way through the middle of the map, but there's certainly no rush, as there is still 20 seconds left on the hard point that Thieves is going to get every last one and take the lead.
Oof. A fun one indeed. Still going to make the play towards next, and Fountain's a hard one to break. Drazah, you get him streaks, get him one more kill. That looks a lot more doable. They are checking these corners, man, like every possible corner. Dude, I'd even go for the trophy at this point. Here we go. Kenny's going to lead the charge, try and get Drazah that kill. Drazah maybe hold that line. Here comes the push. Oh, Cell's a hero. Drazah unfortunately kills Kenny as well. That's massive, but he's still decent amount of time garnered from that last hard point chance, and we're going to go for a clean break now, and it's going to be a tough one, but FaZe, they should be able to take a decent lead here.
That was a worst case scenario by a mile, but you talk about the response from Drazah. He might not get the streaks, but he just picked off Arcitys from the front side of the hill, trying to keep these players at bay. That's the opening for TJ to get around back, and well, even if he falls, which he might not, Arcitys is there, but Drazah, he's winning the gunfights from the front. Anytime you really chip away on this hill is good time to make it happen. And granted, FaZe eventually able to stabilize, but outside of not getting the streaks, not the worst case scenario for the Thieves. They'll still go into this new hard point down by about 30. But still, talk about the fact that they were down by 70. They have fought themselves back on this rotation. 2v2 around the hard point. aBeZy, well, the last one-on-one against TJ, and TJ wins it. Had the better gun for the job. Thieves get this early hill time, or at least the pressure in and around the hill once they get somebody inside.
This could be a huge hard point for the Thieves as well, man. This is a big one. aBeZy's in a weird spot right now. A bit of a split. Oh, TJ wins 2! Massive from TJ. Holding the line up front. Now you've got the hard point ticking over time-wise. TJ, great awareness. Simp, though, from inside doggy door, gets it. TJ, hold this bank player back. Keep those spawns safe. He will do that. Over to Arcitys, though. What a win from Arcitys. Now the hard point becomes that bit more dangerous. The pinch is on. Venom. Oh, my word. Almost managed to get the 2. It's a 5-second difference between these two teams right now. Chance, that was a clean break from Atlanta FaZe. A decent 20 seconds they're going to get from this. Still, look how close this hard point is. We're going back to first as well, which honestly, man, LA Thieves have held fantastically so far.
I mean, this really just has a tooth and nail, back and forth, nail biter of a game so far. As it stands, though, obviously Thieves with the preferred spawns, and well, they're going to be nice and secure to try to make the hold, but aBeZy and Arcitys trying to work the front of the hill. Venom's there for the picks, knows he has aBeZy trapped and picks up the 2Bs. Hell of a start for the opening of this P1 hill is, well, for FaZe, not a fun spot to get. You have to run so far away, and this is the 3-piece central. Venom knows where to look. First one not going to fall. Arcitys is going to get the trades, and, well, maybe a gifted spawn as well. Cellium's found himself in the back.
That's a nice shot. 5 HP remaining there from Arcitys for benches. Decent amount of contest. Look at the scoreline, though. Cell next. Venom runs through him. Oh, my God. Is that enough to get spawns? Is that enough to hold control? Now, the rest of the team spawning that down by street side. They're going to have to make their way across the map fast. Oh, my God. Look at Arcitys. It's fish in a barrel right now. Thieves are in trouble. Venom's holding this still alone. He's doing an amazing job. Arcitys gets 5. Venom. Hold the line, man. Hold the line, Venom. He's still good. Arcitys now working on the pinch. Venom's still getting kills in the feed. They finally stop him. Finally, but he bought so much time. As has Kenny, this is huge. Here comes the pushing through white from Drazah. Arcitys on a 6-free. Chance, this is madness. Thieves with the hill, but you got FaZe real close.
Towards the back, and Arcitys looking for that Spartan kick to try to finish the job. He's not even calling in the streaks. He's trying to save those for Nuke because he already knows he did the hard work just to get the back spawns, but needs his teammates to win a couple key gunfights, but he's winning them himself. Arcitys picks up 2 towards the back, looking for Drazah inside the actual hill. His teammates flooding in through white. All of this is just to secure those new spawns because he is double streaked out for the next hill. You can't afford to give away too much time on this actual point, though, and he does get dropped. This is phenomenal time that these are able to get these final 20 seconds. Absolutely going to play a factor. Talking about that rotation, TJ looking for the kills in the back. He is going to get it. This is going to mean the streaks are going to be necessary for Arcitys to call in. And he's dropping the fire right from the start.
Watch for Cellium trying to get up close and personal. He's trying to bring the fight. No, TJ wins it. TJ wins another big one on rotation. That is huge. Hardpoint's wide open. No one quite in it yet because you know those members of Atlanta FaZe are still close. And this is one hell of a hardpoint. Venom's having a big map so far. Toe-to-toe with aBeZy, cuts him down. There's a few more players by aBeZy that he could get as well. Artillery landing, softening up these players, keeping the point safe. TJ still going. He's finding tags on the back line as well. And this chance is huge. Massive time to be had now for the LA Thieves.
FaZe just has to delay. They got to delay, and they get one push to make it happen. 20 seconds left is all they have. They get one push just to get these players off the point. It is a triple stack coming through elbow, and they got the late floater and Cellium looking for the front. The bullying is there. First blood goes to aBeZy. Trades coming through. It's a 2-2 split. Arcitys has the opening. He's got through just to keep him away, and they're successful at that. The break is in, but now it's about the foot race over towards New.
So he's there first. He stops TJ, the hero, once again for the LA Thieves. They need 6 seconds to win this and force the game 5. You got to go massive right now for Atlanta FaZe and hold every single possible moment here. Keep him off it. Drazah from back bar serves up a couple of shots, gets himself an Arcitys. There's one more to be had here. Will the timing be good? Oh, not enough. aBeZy through doggy door any second now, but that's it. You've got the members of FaZe on point. Can they contest? No one's there. One more second. Game 5, baby. Let's get it. What a series this has turned out to be.
What a ridiculous game of Moscow Hardpoint. The number of things you could attempt to break down towards the end. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure this play was actually towards the end as well. We had what? Arcitys just floating inside of police, picking up all the kills, but the reason his team couldn't get there to help him out, Drazah was there to stop them. That was dealing with the spawns getting flipped, dealing with the artillery, dealing with the crews, and dealing with the different artillery, I think, even before that. Thieves take them on their best map. They let the undefeated Moscow team get it through for the game 4. And talk about the resolve, man. They get the job done. They have, what, 2 reverse sweeps on the year. The control has been the factor. Well, maybe they don't need it. They clutch up on the game 4, dealing with every bit of adversity you could have possibly thrown at them. A ridiculous game. Probably one of the best of the year.
We actually have we're going to replay. We're going to replay some of the final few moments of that one. Like, man, unreal. The chance to walk me through this. Like, again, TJ's 2 kills on rotation, holding down those players from the back. The streaks come through. Look at that mini-map. Who is it? It's number 6. It's Cellium making the play forward. TJ's just locking down that back library spot. He gets that kill there as well. Man, this was like a phenomenal hardpoint coming out of Thieves. Like, for the last 2 hardpoints, 3 hardpoints, insane stuff from them.
And it honestly is just a massive amount of clutch gunfights, right? Like, you don't even need the crews to kill anything because Simp was able to pick up 2, but then Venom winning a crucial kill just to keep the pressure over towards aBeZy, because when he gets that, Cellium has to turn around. The artillery perfectly dodged because TJ just stays alive in the back for the longest time imaginable to keep his teammates the spawns. But even at this point, just because the game is ridiculous, FaZe have one break opportunity. They end up getting it just to force it over towards that new hill. But then I think eventually it was just too many gunfights that the Thieves players on that final stretch, just insane stuff. Their clutch factor apparently is just absolutely unrivaled.
I mean, this break from FaZe as well. I mean, like, they did such an amazing job not to lose it here. That final kill from Arcitys was crazy stuff. But then again, we go to the next rotation. You got Cellium already in position for this one. TJ's going to take that challenge. He's going to lose that one out. You have so much map control right now going the way of FaZe, but it's that mid-map gunfight that goes as well. Again, on the inside of the hotel, a big loss there. Over to Kenny. Here's making his push through street. You still have FaZe, as far as we're concerned at this point, in the driver's seat, right? Chance, like, I think that's a fair thing to say. Drazah's kills from inside once again. Massive, massive stuff. He may get bad timing here, but his teammates win the fights on street. They manage to get on point. And before you know it, it's just like, we need to get 2 kills. We need to stay on point. That is a huge win. I think that was Venom. I can't even see the name at the point. It's crazy. What a good hard point. What a good hard point. Losing full on our social soundboard powered by Astro. LA Thieves, you can have your certification. You can have it because they clearly did the maths there and they managed to get the win there. Here we go, friends. This is going to be an absolute treat. We got ourselves a game 5. Coming up next after this very, very quick commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome back to the Call of Duty League Atlanta FaZe LA Thieves Game 5. The potential for the second upset of the day, and whoof, what an upset it would be. FaZe continuing to hobble their way into this stage. Stage 3 has not been that kind to them so far. Everyone loves a redemption story though, but we may be looking at some Red Dead Redemption. So two red teams go right at each other, chance. Brother, like, what a day it's been, man. Like, in general, what a day it's been. What a series this has been, though. That hard point of Moscow was an absolute banger. Go back and watch it, you. I'm giving you the big hand for that one. It was very, very fun to watch. But, mate, now we go into a checkmate. How you feeling? How you feeling? Give me the gut. Give me the reaction.
Dude. I mean, the gut reaction, I think it's going to be a battle. Because, again, I don't count FaZe out at any given moment, but I think it's like rapid-fire stats time, right? The recent failings of Atlanta, they've lost the last 2 series in a row. They're 3-3 for the last 6 matches. S&D has been their problem. They came in today 3-7 in their last 10 for search. Now 3-8 because they lost the game 2. They got destroyed in the game number 2. Now they're relying on the checkmate for the game 5. The last time they've played checkmate game 5 was February 27th. This is literally 3 months ago is the last time FaZe has played checkmate S&D. It has been their auto veto pretty much all year long, and well, they let it through. We get to find out if it's for good reason, but obviously for the game number 2, LA Thieves completely took them to task. And the fact that Thieves even managed to get to this point, right? They've had struggles. If they lose the control, they've lost the series, at least with this current roster. They were staring down the barrel of an undefeated Moscow team. They were staring down the barrel of every single streak in existence against Arcitys that's had the gunny for 2 maps in a row, and they pulled it off. They managed to get here for the checkmate, a map they are happy to play. Well, holy dear, if I just can't help but look at this from FaZe's perspective, man. The S&D woes have been their constant struggle, and when I say constant, I only mean as of recent. And checkmate is a map, maybe they're ace in the hole, maybe the map that they don't like to play for good reason. Ooh. But we get to see what they bring to the table, because, well, they let it through for a reason.
Let it through, mate. Do you think they were confident enough? Nah, there's no way. Crowder, Tupac, like the supporting staff there in Atlanta FaZe, they're too smart, they're too well put together. I think they were hoping it wouldn't get to this point, but I still think they banked on this one being a decent pick. But here we go. LA Thieves on offense first. Game 5. Into the plane we go. Cells up first, massive wall bangs, and immediate first blood. Ruthless aggression. Ruthless to start things off. Oh my God.
And this honestly might be the perfect example of, like, I don't understand why FaZe wouldn't like this map to begin with, right? You get nerdy wallbang spots, that is Cellium's wheelhouse. You get plane control being almost the only thing that matters. This is where like 90% of the important gunfights are gonna happen because planing A is near impossible. And you get Simp and aBeZy to try to lock this plane down. You have to imagine it would be a strong map for FaZe, and well, they're showing off maybe just the reason why here. Venom already in a 1 versus 4, and well, Miles, it does not go very well.
Oh, man, that was like 1 by 1 by 1. The gunfights all going the way of Atlanta FaZe. Yeah, man, I think you're right. Like, as the terms of the kind of chemical makeup of this team, like, it fits FaZe so well. It really does. Everyone really played a perfect role there. Look at the gorgeous symmetry. Look at that. 1 apiece.
Keep in mind, though, what we saw in the Express S&D. FaZe came out, won the first round in a fairly dominant fashion, great strat call, and then they lost 6 in a row. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. It has been a battle of a series. I certainly expect Thieves to be able to bounce back, especially so on defense.
No trophies yet. Oh, Venom catch that. Double nade. Nails it. Beautiful execution there from Atlanta FaZe. EJ's going to have to make his way forward basically alone now. Here comes the push. Easy read from Simp. Rips him to pieces. Bomb's going to go down now quite comfortably. Remaining members now of LA Thieves trying to make something happen here. Oh my God, the timing on Drazah is so unfortunate there. Up and about he goes. He tags. Cells on the flank already. Kenny, good read. Let's get the kill. Arcitys from inside the window. Wow. Doesn't manage to die, so we're going back and forth, mate. 30 seconds remaining in this one. 2v3.
Time is certainly ticking, though. Arcitys is still hovering around this bomb. The 2 players with the ARs. One working through the wing, one working through the back, but they got a lot of players to deal with. Drazah finds the angle to make it a 2v2. Now both players stand up the long line of sight.
Yo, Drazah! Wait! Oh my God, he almost did it. Simp versus Kenny! Oh my word! What was that? The wall bang through the cabin door from Drazah there to take care of the player on back steps. That was huge. We get to see the moment now from Simp. Damn, man, what a round. The Thieves almost did that.
And this is just elite gameplay they're bringing to the table as well, right? Like, it's Kenny and Drazah, by the way, two players you can certainly not count out, making things interesting, perfectly played, efficient work, and they were rushing it as well. And then just elite gameplay from Simp at the end, the wall bang on point, but a 5-0 start from him. There's now Thieves back on the attack. Not a fun spot to be in, especially for Simp. I mean, maybe streaks don't mean too much on checkmate, but either way, you need to stop this man.
Ryan. 5-0. Trying. I wonder how many players he is aware of there. Nice angle. How much information does he have to work with right now? First blood. Who aBeZy. Wall bangs there as well. He and Venom going at each other. Although they can see one another. That's a bit of splash damage there, just on the outside of that nade. Just on the extremities of it. There's a two-man push here, hoping to find this kill, but this could easily be traded. You see Cellium at the back steps of the plane as well. No way aBeZy gives this up. Cell goes big. Arcitys finds another one as well. aBeZy gets involved. Atlanta FaZe. Flawless work. 3 in a row.
This is the concern, man. Like, it's not like just because the team does not like a map does not necessarily mean that that team is bad at the map. aBeZy, the first blood king, still reigns supreme. And I would say maybe for the Thieves, you got to get better use out of your tax and nades potentially, right? Like, they should have known the trophy was off site. Venom even gets aBeZy weak on the B point and still just strays away for the kills. It is infinitely easier said than done. But even still, you got a couple players on the donut cam for Thieves, and you have so much momentum now in FaZe's favor.
It's the subs as well. Like, it's hard to keep up with FaZe right now. They're playing this so fast. And when all the sub gunfights are going down in plane, like Atlanta FaZe, they thrive on that initiation. Like, they thrive on that initiative. Play it first and fast. See what they can do now. TJ's out to the Krig. Big old tags up back. Simp. Slow and steady. We breathe a quiet sigh. Chance to calm before the storm. Here we go.
And Venom can hear these players sliding around, keep in mind. That's why TJ's going for the wall bangs. That's why they're using some of these nades. Venom doing a decent job of just using the audio cues for information, but DJ should know they're not actually on point. Venom able to get the first blood, but now aBeZy doesn't get behind enemy lines. Drazah there for the trades. Leaves Arcitys and Cellium in a 2v3, less than 30 seconds on the clock.
Venom's in a great spot to get the kill here, but here comes the trade from Simp. Oh no, Arcitys is there, gonna get it. Cell, last player left, 1v3. Venom gets it, nails both of them. That was lightning fast trades there from LA Thieves. The comms on point in that round. It really showed. Nice rebound.
That is job well done. Venom playing underneath his left wing pretty much the entirety of the round. And, well, you talk about FaZe. I mean, they can mix up the pace pretty well, right? Occasionally lightning fast rounds. This one a little bit slower, but never quite were able to find that clearance to actually get towards B. The nades coming out to full effect. And, again, Venom with the information to help him out just a little bit. TJ, 0-3. Not ideal, but, hey, you get the first round on board. Just because of losing that early defensive round, LA Thieves at some point will need to win a round on offense. They're looking for it, and they got the first blood straight away. Now they can get this bomb down.
That's a straight win from Tej. Tej still going. Nice wallbang there from Venom. Good shot to get that last one. 4 in a row for him right now. Massive rebound. Good stuff. Arcitys now last player left alive. But it's a 1v2 situation, and the members of the Thieves are quite spread out. So, watch for Arcitys now to try to isolate these 1v1s. Oh my god, is he about to do it? You can time this right, man. 30 seconds to work with.
He hasn't made a ton of noise either. Well, he's going to make noise now. Tags both players, whether or not he knows it. But both players get out with their life, and now, frankly, time is just the bigger factor. He's going to have to find both kills immediately, and you see the repositioning coming through. They're giving him nothing to work with, getting shot in the back, and Thieves, they need the bounce back round, and they get it. Absolutely deliver, and shout out to TJ, opening up the round, just storming through the front of the plane, and him and Venom working together. Make sure they keep that man advantage, and Kenny, of course, finds the players down low just to make sure that they can keep it. Hell of a bounce back round. As if we would expect anything less. And keep in mind, Venom on a 5. Especially so if you're on defense. Absolutely play for those streaks.
Yeah, this is mega. If you eat like a couple more kills, we've seen artillery be useful enough. I mean, if only for the pings on this map. Oh, aBeZy.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yep, that's that. No one to trade him. In and out he goes. Quick jab. He's going to be safe for now. Simp with bomb in hand again, looking to take control of that top plane, looking to get someone in on the bomb. TJ's still up here. Easy. In and out he goes. One more to be had. And he's on the wing. Great spot to be in. Catches the slide. Good tags. Here comes the push though. TJ crossfire in. So much damage done. No kills. Kenny gets caught on the outside of the wing as well. Now it's a 2v4. Man, you took so many shots there if you're the FaZe players. You did not go down. He's just having to play this close. Drazah on the back plane. Here comes the bomb plant. aBeZy. Holy FaZe. What a round, man. 4-2.
I mean, that really is. Again, if even just the damage numbers, you're exactly correct. How many players must have been one shot to get an point? And then even the angle Arcitys is holding for search and destroy, that's probably the most annoying angle to deal with in the game. Just chilling in top red. He can see effectively the entire flank, both wings. You know, for the most part, he can see everything he wants. Finding kills from up top, that is just an immediate offensive bounce back round. And once again, that just puts the pressure on Thieves. They've been enjoying the aggression they have up top. They are challenging the SMGs in this situation. And, well, it looks like we go again.
Simp and aBeZy on bomb. Here we go. Simp and aBeZy versus TJ and Venom. Sub-duos. They're playing footsies right now. aBeZy, though, he's looking to take things to the next level. He's looking to find the next base. Simp's going to get the first one, though. TJ goes out for the immediate reach child, and it's not there. aBeZy's going to push him back. Once again, an absolute masterclass in the submachine gun world. 50 seconds remaining. TJ's may be able to make his way forward, but he's got to deal with both of them, and that's hard enough to do. Can he find Simp, though? aBeZy's going to have to back up. The wallbang's there. Arcitys going to get involved. Cell from the outside wing. Nice bit of shot. As aBeZy slip slides into the action, now trying to create an angle. Kenny recovers the bomb in this 2v3, and Chance, breathe it out. Thieves may be able to make a bit of a recovery. Oh, that's a nice shot.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Eyes of a hawk on Kenny. The AR duo looking for another potential 2v3, and both players might get spotted on the back steps. Drazah running up behind both of them. There's the first, lines up for the second, and he gets it. 2v3, not a problem. Offense, not a problem either. Getting the job done, and shout out to Call of Duty timing. The level of patience Drazah had to have used to get in that position without getting heard. Crouch walking probably on point. Just an insane round to be able to clutch up on for FaZe. That might be a tough one to look back on. You should never be losing the defenses, especially not with the man advantage, especially when you can just keep those players trapped and contained. I mean, you can give up the bomb plant, but hey, for Thieves, if we have learned anything, they are down at times, but they are literally never out.
Now we test the resolve for Lantern FaZe and Search and Destroy. Losing around like that, what do you do in the next one? Nice nade, a little bit of damage. Starting to run out of nades though. Simp, nice first blood. Kenny caught unaware in that situation. Drazah's possibly up next, but Simp roaming the wings. aBeZy once again hit up, but not damaged, not taken care of, not dealt with. Lantern FaZe with the man advantage for now, Chance. Venom's got forward. Venom is in on this position. Simp, another hit and run from Simp. That is unbelievable. 2 picks for him. TJ gets him on the outside of the wing. Venom's fighting 3 players alone in the wing. Can't get them all. Now it's a 1v3. TJ's got to go massive. They are going to get the bomb down. What's TJ going to do? A full wrap. Oh, they saw him. Oh, Cell saw him. It's curtains. It's curtains. They've got him pinned. Look at those arrows. How does he get out of this situation? Through the front, I suppose. aBeZy? Oh, there it is! Atlanta FaZe. Match point. 1 more round's all they need.
Atlanta FaZe fighting the fight against frustration, really. Just losing their past 2 series. You know this is a team that is incredibly angry in defeat. 1 round away from making up for that fact, and frankly, that is a round where Simp just sort of takes over, right? Gets to roam underneath the bottom of the plane. Just gets to go hunting. And for him, just another day in the office. 8-4 for him, 10-4 for aBeZy. Then on the flip side, the SMGs not having as much fun.
Oh.
TJ, 2 kills in 8 rounds, and, well, they don't even want the bomb.
Yeah, what is going on, dude? What is this? What is this trickery? This is an LA Thieves special. We got 3 mans on the wrap. Oh, God. It's not worked out. aBeZy's got them both. Drazah's like, all right, screw it. Back to plan A. I've got the bomb. Kenny's alone. This is a weird one. Ah, it's done. I love it. The LA Thieves, they tried something crazy, but now Drazah in a 1v3. They are going to murder him. How many more can he take with him, though, on the way out? I love it. It was something weird. It was something crazy. It was a Hail Mary play chance. This could be it. Atlanta FaZe, they have stabilized. They have shown their worth here on Checkmate. They have shown their worth in the league time and time again. Search and destroy, one map at a time, gets a little bit better. But game 5, it goes the way of Atlanta FaZe. And I don't know how happy they'll be with that victory. A win's a win, but that was a close call, man. That was a tough, tough series against a hard-fought team. What a contest. They take it in game 5.
I mean, hey, they will certainly be happy. They got the dub on Checkmate as well. I got to say for Thieves, though, that was a breakdown of a final round. Maybe give them props for craziness, but insanity is the only word to describe it. You don't even take the bomb site, and then you go to the site where you can't plant the bomb anyway. Then when you got a guy doubling back to go and pick it up, you just fly out and challenge the street. One of the worst play calls I think I've seen in quite some time, but an otherwise fantastic game. I mean, credit where credit is due to both of the teams. They certainly made it a battle, but in the end, FaZe just managing to clutch up on a map that, again, they might not like, but it certainly does not mean that they are bad at it.
No, not at all. JCap, if you're watching, if you're listening, dude, I'd love to hear what the idea was behind that one, because I'm sure there is some genius in the madness there somewhere. But let's look at the stats of what was a wonderful search and destroy to watch. And again, a submachine gun masterclass. Chance me looking at the damage across the board. aBeZy, 2,300 damage. Unreal. Simp far behind there of 1.5, 1.4 there for Cell. Crazy, crazy stuff, man. But again, it was just that top lane control. It's those close range gunfights. It's that close play. It's that chemistry, man. Unreal stuff from them. aBeZy, hats off to them. He went huge. The whole team came together in the end. Man, what an exciting day of COD we had. 2 game 5s. A massive upset, and FaZe managing to come together when it really mattered.
And I think the most important thing, just the first bloods from either side. I think FaZe was able to get 7 of them, 2 on the flip side for Thieves. So first blood battle, FaZe dominated in that regard. And while aBeZy, that is just almost a classic game for him at this point, right? 3 first bloods, 14 kills to his name. And frankly, for him, I almost expect nothing less. Like 14 kills is not craziness for him. It is almost the average, not actually the average, but he's an insane player when he is on point. He delivers in the game. Number 5, and FaZe got to be happy, in my mind, to get an S&D win and get the job done, because if they had lost 3 in a row, that would have been insanely frustrating. Now they can have a little bit of relief.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see those search and destroys really come together, but a lot of practice still need to be had. Our scuff play of the game, I believe this is the 2nd round. We're looking at wallbangs, friends. We're just looking at ruthless pragmatism, wild aggression, and very, very good game knowledge from either side of the board. What a search and destroy this was, my friend. Our scuff play of the game goes to Atlanta FaZe.
And this is just one of the rounds that's like fairly impressive, right? Because like you're already working from the man disadvantage after you get that bomb planted over towards site. And this is Kenny and Drazah just working the 2v3 where they do not have plane control off the rip. And I think the most important thing for them is just making plays around the map, not wasting any time, right? Cellium, when he's hopping out the window, is expecting to look for the Drazah that's one shot. Kenny's there waiting in the wings for the next kill. And they just keep working themselves around the map, both going towards, I think both going towards the back of the plane. Or maybe it was just Kenny that makes it happen, but just no wasted time, no wasted energy, efficient teamwork as well in finding these picks just one by one. But of course, in the end, I think Simp just with the gunny, making sure no craziness happens in the end.
I mean, it's just like every kill was nuts. Every single kill, like wallbang after wallbang, like everyone playing that magnificently. Double chef's kiss. What a magnificent day of Call of Duty. We promised you Paris home series day 1 was going to be a good one. I think a lot of you thought it was going to be 3-0s across the board. Well, who's laughing now? None of us. What a day it was. Amazing. We're all sweating. We're all relief that it's maybe over. Some fans, though, it's a question of myself and Chance. The bigger question is like, who the hell's the best team in the league right now? Power rankings have gone out the window. No idea. All right, maybe Toronto. Chance thinks it's Toronto. But like, that's a genuine question that we all have at the moment. It's like, who's the best team? Like, FaZe getting pushed to game 5. Like, who is it? Is it Toronto, Chance? Give me the vibe.
Yes,
Give me the thoughts.
No, Toronto is absolutely the best team in the league right now. I don't know what the argument would be to like dispute that fact. They've been one of the more dominant, and yes, the competition is insanely close, but you got to tip the cap. They're the champions. I think they're 1-0 or 2-0 so far, like in this group stage. I would say almost clear cut. That being said, it is an incredibly close fight, and as far as we go into stage 3, if FaZe starts winning the Search and Destroys, if HyDra starts popping off more for NYSL, maybe if the roster change kicks through an Empire, like find their footing, who knows? It is an absolute battle within this league, the competition as tight as it's ever been, but to answer the actual question, yeah, Toronto Ultra. I'm happy to make that call.
I'll take Toronto Ultra. I'm interested to see how they look after the slight change to the patch. Again, subs taking a little bit of a hit, a little bit of a knock. How's Kleenex and how they doing? They're all right? They're good? Bant's feeling good? We'll see how we go. Let's look at the road to the major now. Look at the LA Thieves. What more games do they have to play before we finally get to stage 3's major? There you go. Oh, sorry, FaZe first. Excuse me. It's the other red team. Sorry, they're all red. You know, I'm just excited. It's been a great day. But they've taken on Subliners. That was an exciting one. Big win against the LA Thieves today. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow, in the next match they play the London Royal Ravens. That's going to be a fun one against Seattle Surge and OpTic to close out their road. Now it's the Thieves. Chance again for them. It's been great so far. 2 big wins. That was a tight loss. It has to be said against FaZe. So how do you see them going up against OpTic and of course Subliners later on in the stage?
I mean, both of those games are just absolute battles. Like even the one Atlanta has against the Royal Ravens, they were able to pull off the 2-3-5 earlier today. So Ravens are absolutely a threat. Like we are officially, in my mind, to the point of the year where every team is incredibly dangerous, and it's all about like those micro adjustments, the bigger plays towards the end, what's ever going to be. So teams that want to win from this point on, you have to play as close to perfect as you possibly can. And even the Search and Destroy that we saw from today, from pretty much every team that played, even the Search and Destroy as a whole is just getting kicked up just an extra level. The competition is fantastic, Miles, and I love that I'm here to see it.
Love that we're here to see it. What a great time to be a Call of Duty fan. Well, that is it for today's games. Before we do go away, though, I will be talking, of course, to the mighty Simp of the Atlanta FaZe in our Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. All that coming up after this quick commercial break.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. The Call of Duty League is presented by Seany, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Seany Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting seany.com/gaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. I'm talking to the one and only Simp. Mate, you got the search win. It's about time. Congratulations, dude. How you feeling?
Yeah, thank God, bro. It's been we've been struggling lately in the search, man.
It's been a road, dude. Like again, for a lot of the fans, like there's been a lot of talk about your search and destroy gameplay. Stage 1, untouchable. Stage 2 and 3 now, like it's a bit mixed. But like obviously, can you walk me through like what the process has been like? Obviously adding Tupac and like what it feels like to be performing now at this level. Like you were talking to me just in the break that you're like feeling good. Finally got that win. How's it been?
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's feeling nice. We finally, in scrims, our search has been really, really good ever since we got Tupac. And, you know, we've been getting a lot new, we've just been refreshing what we do, you know. We've had the same couple things and then teams caught up. And we had this little period where we were doing the same stuff or also, like, not helping each other. So now that we have new strats and we have a little bit of confidence and more teamwork involved at S&D, I feel like it's showing it's a lot better. I think our last match against New York, we threw the raid S&D. I think we won the Express, but you know, even then it showed that our search is still getting a lot better.
Yeah, right on, man. It's a process, dude, and it's cool to see you guys improving. Yeah. I'm glad you brought up, you know, like the fact that everyone's been catching up to you because obviously that stage 1 was insane. Yeah. What is it like being the top dogs? Like you are still arguably one of the best teams in the game without a shadow of a doubt. Like a lot of us are saying that like this could have been a dynasty. How hard is it to be the top team and always have that bullseye on your back like every single day? I know a lot of fans tune in just to try to see you lose. What does that do to your game?
I mean, I'm sure it affects everyone differently. I think personally, all 4 of us kind of use it as motivation because we know everyone's coming for the throne. Everyone was trying to take us out until we actually got taken out. So, I mean, it's just extra motivation to do better and keep working to stay on top, especially when we know how skilled we are and how long we could be teaming and trying to keep the success going.
Trying to keep the going, man. That's all you can do. Well, mate, thank you very much. Congratulations again on a real hard-fought victory. That was one hell of a contest. A real show you put on for us, dude. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Simp from the Atlanta FaZe, a class act in every sense of the word. That is today's games finished. But alas, we have a ton of Call of Duty to play here. This is the first day of the Paris home series. We're going to have a look at the schedule there. Plenty more Call of Duty to be played. This is tomorrow. LAG going up against Toronto Ultra. And of course, Paris Legion. It's their home series, and we're going to pit them against the Minnesota Røkkr first. Very, very excited to see how the games go down on Friday. Again, that schedule brought to you by the US Army. And that is it, friends. We are done. An exciting day of games. Very, very surprised by the upsets. And again, Atlanta FaZe coming up clutch on behalf of myself and everyone here at the crew of the CDL. We hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you all tomorrow. This has been an unbelievable week of Call of Duty.
This was just absolutely insane.
It just still has me mind blown, man.
One of the craziest sequences I've ever seen in my life.
It's Wednesday, and it's the start of the major. The LA Thieves have come to play. Oh boy! The Thieves absolutely decimate Paris.
There goes Scump, and it will be the Ultra taking down OpTic Chicago.
What are you talking about, baby?
Ace! A devastating 3-0.
Lose this, you go home.
Thieves 3-0 New York and keep the Cinderella story alive. A nail biter here in the map 4.
FaZe! Yes!
Oh,
baby, aBeZy.
It is FaZe with the victory. FaZe will move in to top 3. And for Ultra, you still have a chance to battle on. You're not out of it yet.
Fans is going to get the quick contest. They killed everyone! They killed all the Thieves! Toronto Ultra 3-0 in the series. So the Thieves' honeymoon period is over.
Drop kick to the dome.
Accuracy, though, they line up! They line up for accuracy and he wins it! Are you kidding? Accuracy with the ice!
Oh my God!
The Giants, the Titans, Atlanta FaZe. Can anyone take down the final boss? It is do or die time.
Kleenex, the best player in the world. Ultra, they continue on.
Okay!
Gosh! Ultra behind the brakes. Get to a grand final.
Atlanta FaZe, once they hit the go button, there is no stopping them. What happened? The greatest underdog going into the tournament. They take the best team in the league the whole way. They truly are Ultra as your major 2 champions, Toronto Ultra.